a rough idea of where to go next, and then we had some free time in between sessions. And I've just realised I've forgotten my notepad, which is not much use. Sorry, I'll grab it in a bit. I don't think I need it right this second. Okay. So yeah, you had some downtime for a few days. I assume people will be wanting to, obviously everyone would have been healing up, rested up after the last thing, and wanting to sort of find out some new stuff. Just give me 2 secs while I grab some pen and paper. Have a quick think about what you were doing whilst we were between sessions, and I'll be right back.
Are we still doing that? Are we still doing the in character thing anytime we talk?
I think so.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hi, my name's Baltair.
Quick question. Anybody proficient in hand crossbows?
Me.
Would you be willing to teach me how to use it?
As long as you can teach me to be more charismatic and impose myself.
If you'll allow it.
I have proficiency in light crossbow.
I have a hand crossbow, I'm just not proficient in it, so I've not got it equipped.
I gave it to you.
Oh, there you go.
I can teach you how to use improvised weapons.
Henrik, I want to learn how to be stronger.
Sorry, I need to learn improvised weapons.
Okay, so
Help me with a great axe.
sure, can do.
Does anyone do like CrossFit sessions?
I was about to say Henrik's going to become your PT on the ship. So we're gonna do a quick 20-minute AMRAP. We're gonna do sit-ups. We're gonna do press-ups, and we're gonna do pull-ups with the mast of the ship.
It'll have to be quite small though. Is there like a lower pull-up one?
Do it on the deck.
I'll just stick a oar in another thing, and I'll just get you to. Actually, do you know what? I'll
Just hold an all out.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
Definitely.
Be more strength.
If Baltair and Henrik hold either side of an oar, that'll be good enough for me and Riv.
And then I'll spar Ali with great axes and great swords. That way he can
I
get
don't have a
proficient
great
in that.
axe, I'm proficient in them.
See, I'm the same. It says I'm proficient. Hang on, where did it go? So it says I'm proficient in improvised weapons, martial weapons, and then simple weapons. What classes as a simple weapon?
You.
You basically.
I mean, he's not wrong.
I was expecting someone to say "yada."
Yeah, that sounds even.
Simple weapons are your basic things like daggers, slings, stuff like that.
Okay.
Martially are more complicated, but I think if you're proficient in both, it means you can basically use any weapon.
Yeah. If you're proficient in improvised, simple, and martial weapons, you can use literally every weapon.
Basically, Henrik is a weapon himself, to be honest. Cat's right.
It's amazing, just putting that out there.
What is
Say
a
again?
halberd?
Yeah, how about I
Nice.
love the look of one.
Does it have reach so you can
Yeah.
swing it 10
Yes.
feet? I think, yeah.
I love the fact I'm proficient in longsword, but isn't a longsword like just the same size as me?
It's a strength weapon.
Yeah.
I'm pretty. If we were to measure it out, I'm pretty sure like Riv is the size of 2 Rivs are the equivalent of a longsword.
Maybe that's. Oh no, proficient in short sword as well. So
Yeah, I'd expect
And
that.
that is a longsword to you.
Yeah, dagger is a short sword to rip.
Yeah.
See,
So-
I have a short sword, but I'm not proficient in that yet.
No,
Yeah.
because I'm teaching you, remember?
I know, yes.
All proficiency means is you get to add your proficiency bonus
Yeah.
and don't attack at disadvantage. Anyone can use any weapon that they're not proficient in, but they don't get to add the proficiency bonus. And in my rules, you'd be at disadvantage because you don't know how to use it.
So why am I proficient in longsword but not daggers? Or does that come under simple weapons?
It'll be a
Yeah.
class thing. It'll be one of your class features, I imagine, will have given you proficiency in it.
Random.
Simple weapon is a dagger.
Yeah. Cool.
Right, ready to go?
Okay,
Let's do it.
right. So, who wants to go first with what they've been up to between sessions?
Callum?
I will say that Henrik has been.
In fact, just for some actual game sort of thing, instead of sitting at this blank screen, let's say that you've all met up in the pub to talk about what you've been up to for the last few days.
Oh, it's going to
Well,
get messy.
I was about to say, my idea has completely changed. Henrik is sitting at the bar. No, he's not sitting at the
This
bar.
is what
sorry,
you've been doing
he's-
for the last few days, not the entire time. Like you've just been sat in the pub for the
he's
last
not
4
left the
days.
pub.
Henrik has.
Like I was going to say, my answer is the exact same. Henrik's been sitting in the pub, and he's so Henrik's been doing like wee bits and bobs around the town. He's been working out. He's been keeping himself occupied, and then when at night he's going to the pub, and he's found a wee table, and he's now so friendly with the bar staff that he just walks in and he just raises his hand, and they know instantly to get him a keg of beer.
Is it like Cheers? You walk in, Henry!
Basically. I walk around, a high five a wee goblin, and a lift like I wink at a fucking elf and a fist bump an orc. Like
Okay, so downtime actions. Henrik being a lad.
yeah.
That's what I'm going to simplify it down to. But essentially, making a name for yourself and becoming popular with the common folk, etc. So you'll be well known in town.
Basically, I've been sleeping, eating, drinking, and repeating.
Fair enough. So Henrik's just been doing normal Henrik things, and at the same time, we'll say establishing some connection with the common folk. So,
Yes.
If you ever need info, he might know someone that would know something. That's fine.
Oh, I like that. That's quite good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you get to know the people, and it's like, oh, actually, Dave from down the way, he's an apothecary. He might know. You know what I mean? If you get to know who people are, it might give you advantage on a check to see whether you know. Mechanically anyway. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Who's up next?
I'll go. I'll be teaching Fuego how to handle his hand crossbow that I gave him.
Right. Oh.
Train him in that.
So Balter training Fuego, and then I assume then that falls into Fuego has been training with Balter.
Yeah, could I be kind of like helping him out charisma-wise at some point as well, like teaching him to
Impose myself. Be a presence.
Like acting lessons.
Yeah.
So you're both wanting to effectively try and learn a thing from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get off me beer, Harry. It's my beer.
Start them young.
I've tried. He doesn't like it, and when you put it in his bottle, the bubbles froth out of the straw for some reason.
And then on the evenings, I've been disappearing on my own for a little while, and then coming back stupid o'clock at night.
For reasons, yeah.
Fuego's been a lad as well.
Yeah. In a way. Okie dokie. Right, so is Balter just wanting to increase as a base stat, as in increasing his charisma attribute, or is he just trying to get proficiency in performance or persuasion?
No, just his charisma stat as a whole.
Okay, so going for a stat increase, so charisma increase. What's your current charisma?
Modifier or number? Total?
Actual stat, 12. Okay. So, from a 12 to a 13, what will that require?
Baltazar's got more charisma than Henrik.
Where are you getting 12 from? You got 12? But it's
No, I've
nine.
got 9.
You got 9, not 12.
Oh, 9. I thought you said 12.
No,
I think it's brave.
Oh,
I've
yes.
got more
I've got charismatic.
Okay, well, if you're on a
charisma than
negative,
Baltazar.
that makes it a lot easier to determine what's needed. And Fuego's trading for proficiency with a hand crossbow.
Please.
Okay. We will roll for these in a second.
Yes.
I'm going to see what everybody else is doing, and then we'll do all the rolls at the same time and get it all knocked out at the same time.
Knocked it out of the class.
Also that. Riv/Hailman.
Hailmin would have spent quite a bit of time in town shopping. He's going to be filling his backpack with different food goods like flour and oil and dried meats. I know we have supplies on the ship. He's going to have been busy getting everything prepared, ready for leaving, and kind of making sure we've got enough food. Be around town asking about the local, like any nearby towns and cities, trying to get a lie of the land, because obviously we've only just got to this new continent or land, so he's just going to try to find out where we are, who's in charge, and maybe see if he can get hold of a map of the region himself.
Okie dokie. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So a bit of info gathering, just a bit of general shopping, that sort of thing.
Yeah, he's making sure he's got all the little bits and bobs, salt, pepper, everything in his bag, so if he has to make food on
all
the
the
fly.
generic ingredients that you might need. Yeah, that's fine. Is that it for Haleman? Yeah, that's everything he's working with now.
The only other thing he was going to do was talk to anyone about maybe getting transport or a mule or something to carry our goods, just
So
make life
practical.
easier for transport.
Okay, so searching for some form of transport, shopping for general rations and accoutrement that you might need for cooking on the go, rather than raiding the ship's larders and leaving the larders bare and have to have them replenish that anyway. Because either way, it's getting bought. It's just whether you've taken it from the boat or from the shop. And then just general info gathering, looking for a map, etc.
He will have also been in the ship's larder. He would have been separating food for taking with us.
Taking a few bits from there, but yeah, that's fine, no problem. Because canonically, none of you have actually seen the world map yet. I know you guys have, but your characters don't know the world map. They don't know. Oh, we just need to go and there's a town there and a bridge there and this there and that there. They wouldn't know none of that.
But yeah, one of the first things on my list today was to try and ask about getting a map of somebody. So
yeah, we can say that's something that you've acquired during your downtime. So that leaves us with Riv then.
I'm going to be, again, out in town, but I'm going to check in with the criminal elements of town just to see what the underside of the city knows. Also keeping a track on, or trying to find out what happened, of course, to Riv's previous captor and partner in crime, who's disappeared off into who knows what. So she just wants to keep tabs and see if anything is cropping up so she knows where they are and how to avoid them. I'm also asking Henrik, I'd like to increase my strength. So Henrik's going to help with some PT sessions, get some CrossFit going. Because
Henrik has set out a proper CrossFit, like meta, 20-minute AMRAP sessions for Riv.
From a meta point of view, it's because I have an 8 in strength, which is a -1 modifier, so I'd like to at least get that to a 0.
No worries. Okay. So getting to know the underworld types and searching for info on Eli and Darian, presumably. And then a bit of strength training with Henrik.
Can I also find, I mean, I'm not quite sure how long distance travels here, but I want to get the D&D equivalent of the contact details of Vath, just in case we need her in the future.
So see if you can find Vath and find a way to contact her.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Because we could have done with her before, so let's not forget about her.
Yeah, no worries.
We were fine.
Yes, we were.
Okay,
No
right.
trauma.
I think I have got a list of what I need you all to roll for me. So we'll roll these, and I'm going to quickly go say goodnight, and then when I come back, we can get started on the session proper. So Henrik, being a lad, and I've got / training Riv. So as a result of sharing some of your training, I'm going to let Henrik roll for a wisdom sort of build a little on that. It's not quite as good as dedicated training. Just as he's sharing his knowledge, you'll get a little bit wiser. So just roll for me a d10, please.
What d10?
Yeah, not the full 20 because it's not. You're not dedicating yourself on trying to improve the stat.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit of additional help that you get.
It's like
so a slow build, isn't it?
It's like I know what I'm doing, but I just don't know what I'm doing. If it makes sense, like I'm just saying to Riv, just do press ups, just do sit ups, so you'll be fine.
Yeah, but the more you train, obviously, the more it'll sort of help you as well.
I got a 2.
A 2, that's fine. It's a start.
Oh.
Okay. There we go. Okay, next up, there'll be actual in-world results for general stuff like searching for info and stuff, but there's not really a role for that. So anytime that there could be something that you've benefited from, I will throw that in there for you as well. So for Altair, for charisma, because you've dedicated yourself just to pure training, based on what you've said, that'll be a D20 roll from you, please.
He's pretty good.
13. Okay.
Not bad, man. Not bad. Oh shit.
Same for Fuego, because he's putting most of his time into training a D20. So 5.
That's not because the Baltair's a crap teacher. That's just Fuego being Fuego.
Fuego was getting distracted with his nighttime exploits. That's fine. Hailman's shopping and such. So yeah, nothing to roll on that one. We will come back to it. And then for Riv, because she is again sort of half training and half searching for info, it'll be a D10 for progress on strength training as well.
7.
7. Okie dokie. I'm not going to tell you what you need to achieve on any of these. I've got score totals set for you. It'll be a nice surprise when you find out you've increased your stats anyway.
That's awesome. From the first,
Yep, right.
From the first PT lesson, Riv just starts flexing.
Yep.
She's strong.
Immediately thinks that she's stronger than she was before. Yeah. She's the sort of person, well, I've been for one run. Can you not see I've lost some weight? Right, I will be back in 2 seconds. I'm just going to go say a quick good night, and I'll be right back, and we can get started properly.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yes.
Graham was far too accurate with that description there. I feel that right now.
What's he going to throw at us?
Everything. This is Graham. There's no hand cocking.
I'm buzzing for this. I've been buzzing this for a week.
Yeah, ditto.
After the last day and a half of kind of been, yay!
I needed this session yesterday. Oh, what a day. That's right.
I don't think I could have done this session yesterday.
I'm surprised you're able to do it today. Whoa.
You don't get that.
You do.
So in my head, the way it all worked out then was Hailman's walking backwards and forwards from the shops with sacks of goods and writing lists, and every time he looks up, you can see Baltair and Fuego just firing crossbows and telling each other jokes. Henrik and Riv doing that. He's just stood there thinking, am I the only one who's preparing ourselves for leaving here anytime soon?
I'm preparing Riv for like the bold world.
Riv singing, Eye of the Dragon, it's a thrill, because I'm tigers, so.
Fuego's occupied with his nighttime escapades.
Baltair's berating him because he's too tired to train. Worst PT ever.
Henrik's drunk.
Yes.
That's the default, though.
Yeah. That's why Riv sessions haven't been good as good.
Remember we've still got those casks of whiskey?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff.
Just don't
We've been here for 3 days or so. I reckon Henrik would have gone at least through one barrel.
Henrik's been in the pub.
Well, he'll be coming back to sleep and having a last gallon of whiskey.
Do we need a last night on the ship party before we head off on adventure?
Yes.
That's it.
Are we keeping the ship, or are we going to send it back with the sailors to the person who gave us the original ship?
No.
Just because we obviously that ship sank and he may come back for us. We give him a ship back.
Yeah, but it sank because of a kraken. That wasn't us.
He probably thinks we're dead.
The way it is at the minute is we don't have a home. So unless we can all get like horse and carts and turn them into little gypsy caravans, the ship's kind of our home.
I would love that.
But I reckon we could get like little gypsy caravans on the go.
I'm going to get a horse. I'm going to name him Coach. No.
I had something there, but I lost it.
Right, I'm back.
Oh.
He's back again.
Sorry, we've been a little bit on the distracted side this session, and it's a late start as it is. It's just been one of them days, but I didn't really want to have to try and postpone or reschedule. So.
That's fine.
Right, okay, so we've determined what we have been doing in the meantime. What would everybody like to do now?
Have a party.
I did just suggest, do we need a last night on the boat party before we head off on our adventure?
You could have a last night on the boat party before you head off on your adventure if you want.
Well, it depends. Has Helmin found a map? Do we need to find out where we're going to go?
That's very true, yeah. We'll say yes, Hailman has found a map, which you guys have obviously already seen, but for the purposes of this, Hailman comes and shows you all the map. We also now have background music for the world map as well.
Yes.
I did have that. I turned it off because I heard it about 4 times and then I had to turn it off for a while.
Ah, no, I know where. Okay.
So we're here.
Yes.
And I'm sure we did get some information, didn't we, saying to head southeast? Southwest?
Yes, you were aware that you would need to head southwest, so you know or have a good idea of where you need to be going.
So no, Hailman's gonna. I think we need to get moving as quickly as possible. I mean, we still need to find Ponytail. We can have a party when we find her.
Just for scale on the new map, by the way.
So that's where we're heading. So we're heading to that next wee village along.
I mean, the next town along the route in the southwest, and for scale, I've changed the specifications. Each square on this big map is actually 25 miles, so it makes just to make the world feel bigger.
Yeah. Yes, we can see the village.
Yeah, it's like you can literally see it from where you were, and before it was about 30 feet away. So now it's about 150 miles away.
Yeah, it makes more sense.
Not that we're going to actually make you travel 150 miles in real time.
5 feet at a time.
Yeah, 5 feet at a time. If you can move your character a micro of a fraction for me.
Henry's going to pat Hillman in the
No,
back.
it's quite a far travel. Did you manage to get a horse and cart?
Did you manage to get a horse and cart, Hailman? What do you think?
He would have been willing to use his gold that he has left to buy one if he could.
You can buy one, you can rent one. In what way would you like to acquire one? Permanently or temporarily? Or
Is there a D&D version of like Enterprise Rent a Horse?
essentially, yes, you can borrow a horse and cart, but I mean, you best hope you return it.
We buy
Or do we drop it off at the next village and then
Could we not turn the cart
There's a
into,
chain.
caravans and then park up somewhere, like in each village?
Yeah, you need to pay 2 gold an hour. And then there's a wee traffic warden, he walks around.
Hailman would buy a mule, I think, rather than a full horse and cart. He'd try and get a mule or donkey or something that could carry a lot of the food and
a mule
goods
with,
and...
say, some saddlebags.
Yeah, I think that's what he would try and find, a healthy but cheap mule.
Okie dokie. We will say the cheapest mule you can find. Let's find out. Cost
200.
of mule. Let's find out.
Rob him, Graham. Rob.
Cost of a mule.
While all this is going on, Henrik is still doing pull-ups on the mast of the ship.
A donkey or mule will cost you 8 gold pieces, and it can carry up to 420 pounds worth of stuff.
So yes,
Maybe
will.
we should get 2. Then they can be friends.
I mean, with the amount of gold some of you have got, you could probably afford about 50. I mean, you can genuinely, if you can find one somewhere, buy an elephant for 200 gold.
Yes. Oh, and then I could train to ride it. I could be Hannibal.
You can buy a camel. You can buy a war horse. You can buy a little pony. Yeah, there's all sorts you can get. If you wanted a cart with your mule, that'd be 23 gold total.
How much for a war horse?
A war horse is 400 gold.
Ooh.
Right, basically, it has the equipment here for what it'd cost to buy some stuff. So for a mule, it's 8 gold. For a cart, it's another 15. For a carriage, it's 100. For feed, it's 5 copper for a day's worth of animal feed.
I reckon we get a donkey and a cart. That way we can...
4 gold for some saddlebags.
Do we need some tents or some other stuff so that we can camp as we go?
Hailman's got a magic tent.
Oh,
I've
that's
got
true.
a tent.
But then don't you have to kind of be outside it to power it?
Only if we have to use it for the. You could just all be a normal tent.
But he doesn't regenerate. He only regenerates half of his spell slots whilst powering it, because it uses some of his magic. So as a result, he can't get all of his spell slots back. But you can use it if you were in hell, you could use it in hell, and even though it's a violent terrain area, you use it and be completely protected from the outside.
Can it be used unpowered?
What, just like as a regular tent? Yeah. It's just then it's a bog standard tent. It's no additional protection or nothing.
Yeah. Cool. So I've just taken 27 gold pieces for a donkey, a wagon, and also some saddlebags.
Well. Yeah, that's cool. 27 gold spent. So the party, well, Hailman, but I suppose the party in general now has a single mule with a small cart and some saddlebags. I would say that the cart would be big enough for one of the smaller members of the party to ride in with the belongings, but if one of the bigger people wants to get in, someone's got to carry the stuff, because it's only a small animal. It's like a mule. It's not a big thing.
Yeah.
There's literally only 2 members of the party that can do this, and it's Riv and Hailman.
Alongside the stuff, yeah. Like if Henrik got downed and you needed to tout him back to town, someone's got to carry the bags, but Henrik can get in the back.
Okay.
So, yeah. There we go.
Although if we've got 150 miles to walk, do we want another one as well, so that we don't have to walk all of it? Or
well, I was going to say, you two. This is Henrik talking to you. You two will probably get tired of the long distance and your short legs, so you may want to get another donkey just in case.
You could get another donkey, or you could get a carriage, then everyone can ride in it.
How much for the horse?
A horse?
Just a bog standard horse.
So a bog standard horse, the cheapest horse available, that would be a draft horse, and that is 50 gold.
Fuck.
I do have 200 gold.
Henrik's just gonna walk. He doesn't trust animals.
Do you know what? Oh my god, have you seen draft horses? I want one.
Are they big boys?
Yeah. I want a draft horse.
So you would like to buy a draft horse? That's fine. Yeah, I'll say that they also sell draft horses at this town.
Thank you.
Stables.
Oh, he's a big boy.
I bet you never thought this is how the session would go start, Grim.
It's like the first 45 minutes of this session are going to be shopping. Let's just buy lots of horses to go places.
Well, I will give Henrik the choice to, take turns on the horse, so that we don't all get worn out with exhaustion.
I appreciate the offer, Baltair, but I am fine walking. Thank you.
I will hit you over the head, put you on the back of the horse.
It'll help if he's drunk. If he gets blackout drunk,
yeah, well,
then we can chuck him on the horse. When he gets blackout drunk.
Rev. I do not get drunk. I just walk in cursive. That is all it is.
So, do we know where we're going then? Yeah.
Do we know the name? What's the name of the place?
Arse End.
Oh, that's right.
No, it was Nowhere, wasn't it? It was called Nowhere.
Because we're looking for the arse end of Nowhere.
The pub's called the Arse End. Yeah.
Should we set off?
yeah.
Shall we set off?
I'm going to say goodbye to my brother first. Bye.
Okay.
While everyone's loading up, Hailman just wants to sit down for 10 minutes and ritual cast Find Familiar and turn his familiar back into an owl
Gotta kill that bloody bird.
for scouting.
I hate that bird. Such an inconvenience.
While that's going on, then Henrik's going to take out. He's going to call in Toby, and then he's going to. While all this has been going on, I'm going to imagine I've made friends with the pub owner or the landlord of the pub, and me and the landlord became that good friends that the landlord has made him a little flask.
Right. Okay.
But I've also asked him, can he make a smaller mini flask, and then he's going to give the smaller flask to Toby.
Oh
So
my
you're
God.
you're going to give Toby his own little hip flask with some alcohol in it.
Pretty much.
Right. Okay. That's fine. I'll
Okay.
make a note of that. Toby
Bonding and a half.
The possibilities are endless.
Toby has hip flask. What is
On the
Toby's
journey-
alignment?
On the journey, Riv's going to work on the next piece of clothing for Toby as well.
Okie dokie, no problem.
And while Riv's working on that piece of clothing, I'm going to be walking beside her, modelling every item of clothing she's got. So using my glamour armour to make it look like every item of clothing that she's going to design,
Cute.
just so she can see how it looks.
I love that.
On a full-grown human man as opposed to a small imp. Yeah, that's fine.
It makes
Didn't think
perfect
that as well,
sense.
'cause I just didn't want to say anything.
It's perfect sense to us.
That's
Yeah.
it. We won't have brothel.
Wait, are we on the move now? Are we moving to nowhere?
I am pretty sure the general consensus is yes, that we've all set off now.
Yeah.
We're on a road to nowhere. I don't know any more words than that.
No.
You want to just move us all as a group, Graham, since now we're all just.
That was Riv. That wasn't chat.
We're on a road to nowhere.
Oh god, even bother are starting.
Going
What?
to.
What time of day are we talking at the minute, Graham?
Well, you will have set off, I imagine, around sort of first light for the start of your journey, I would expect.
What time of year and what weather is it like as well? Details.
It's the middle of the year, approximately, and the weather is dry and pleasant.
Yeah.
It's about-
It's dry and pleasant.
It's a balmy 24 degrees.
Don't worry, I'm
Dry
not going
and
to make you
pleasant
come
right
up with.
now, but there's going to be a nasty gust
But
of wind
it's a
coming
dry
in from the
heat,
north.
though, not a humid one. It's a dry heat like in Spain.
I'm not going to try and make you come up with a
Ooh.
calendar on the fly, so don't worry.
I would just not. I'll just not do that.
And we've made sure on the cart we've got feed for the animals and we've got all the water and other supplies we need as well. Cool.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Just making sure we don't get caught out leaving anything behind.
It's like, oh look, all of your horses are starved because you've not bought them any food. Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so-
Before we leave the ship, though, have we left Lawkiller hung up at the ship, or we brought Lawkiller with us?
I mean, last I heard, you were planning on smelting it down and turning it
Yeah,
into daggers.
maybe not.
No.
Maybe not.
Has that been retconned since?
Yeah. It sounded good until we said it out loud, and then it didn't sound so good.
And also realised Lawkiller was a regular sword, so all you've really done is made 3 shit daggers.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Out of
yeah.
what was like a very symbolic sort of.
it was going to be 3 symbolic
yeah.
gestures instead of several symbolic. So, retcon.
That's fine. I will allow you to retcon the melting and reforging of a sword.
See, in our
put it-
mind, it was like he was still protecting us then, with us having daggers made from Lawkiller.
I love that resurrection's a thing in this, and not once has anybody ever said, "Well, we could bring him back to life."
Yeah, but James is attached, so he'd be playing 2 characters.
No, I think James would probably choose to. I don't know who James would choose out of Bjorn and Itachi.
Itachi.
We don't need another barbarian, to be honest. So. We've already got one. There are hard enough to kill as it is.
And that's the way we like it.
Yes.
Yep. So you sort of progressing along. Obviously, night day. You're going a long way, and horse and cart, we'll say you could probably get about a third of the distance per day.
400 bottles of beer on the wall, 400 bottles of beer. Take one down
Beer,
and pass
beer?
them the whole way until someone tells me to shut up. Because Riv's going to be making up little songs
Shut
under
up.
her breath.
Rev.
Hi.
Did you bring beer?
No, it's a song.
I'm
401
sorry.
bottles of beer on the wall, 401 bottles of beer. You take one down and pass it around. 400 bottles of beer on the wall.
Rev,
Hi.
stop counting the amount of drink that Henrik's had in the past 2 weeks.
Now you've made it, and now she has to start all over again. Right, back to 1,000, Riv. Start again.
Okay.
Henrik runs on ahead.
Out of nowhere, a wild giant appears and squashes Riv.
Just a regular sized human then.
So we're going to say as you get to about halfway through your journey, it's been about a day and a half since you set off. It's slow going. You've only got like a mule and a horse, but you're not wanting to sort of, work them too hard. It is quite warm, so you're taking your time, going at a steady enough pace, unless you want to say that you're racing to get there. I mean, you're not in a major hurry. You're just trying to get to the next town over, so it's up to you.
I'm as focused as I can be, so trying not to wander off course.
Okay, so as you get to around about halfway through your journey, you're just walking through this, walking along the road, like all minding your own business, dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. When all of a sudden,
Oh no.
The hell was that?
you hear a
Henrik.
woman scream in the distance.
Henrik instantly draws his axe and then he's like, guys, what the hell was that? Everyone else heard that, right? Everyone else heard that.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. I
Everyone
heard that.
pretends that they didn't hear it, and Henrik thinks he's going insane.
I would like to perceive to see where the
Everyone
scream
do a
came from.
perception check and see if they could tell which direction the sound came from.
Yeah.
I got a 16 plus 1, I think. Yeah, 16 plus 1, 17.
Okie dokie. So we've got a 17, we've got an 18, 13, 14, and 10. Okie dokie. So you can tell between you all, because you've got a couple of high rolls in there, a couple of lowish ones, that it came from this direction here.
Henrik turns around to Riv and Haleman. He says, stay here with the cart, do not leave it. And Henrik's going to look at Voltaire and says, you follow me. Fuego, look after the 2 little ones, and I'm going to run towards the scream.
No.
I mean, you are going about 25 miles. Like, sort of 25 to 50 miles to get in that direction.
That was a loud scream.
Yeah, it was a very loud scream. Just
faint. It was a faint noise you could hear.
It was,
just coming
it
from
sounded
that,
louder than you thought. It was a very, very faint scream that you heard drifting to you on a sudden breeze
From 25 miles away. Cool.
from 25 miles away. Yeah, all of your ears are that good. It sounded more like this.
It's a fox. Foxes sound like that.
What's that, Skippy? Somebody's in trouble down the well?
I'm just
So
going
yeah,
to
I have.
We have no idea where this is from. This could be, what, half a day? A day's travel?
Henrik's running straight towards it.
Yeah, no, we'll say for argument's sake, it's not really as far away as that. The map size doesn't add for nearby scope sounds, but it's sort of in this direction somewhere.
Otherwise, that's a massive rock.
Yeah, otherwise, that is a massive rock. Yeah, that rock's like 75 miles wide.
It's Pride Rock.
It's representative.
Yes, it's more to do with the distance between places, like major areas, okay? Shush.
Fuego's going to stroll up next to Henrik. And it's like, damsel in distress? She needs a hero.
She's the hero.
Yeah. Yeah, do you know what? You're absolutely right. So you stay here. I'm going to go.
Oh, taking the girls for yourself? No. I'm coming with.
I'm already cantering away.
Like I said, I've sprinted towards the screaming.
Yeah, we have a new sound effect for when people make good jokes like that. I got really into playing with stuff earlier. I'm like, but
During
you?
Graham's meetings today, I think that's all people have been hearing.
Are we all towards the tree?
Are you all investigating the noise,
Yes.
or are you ignoring it and carrying on into town?
No, I think we're going to investigate.
Yeah.
Nah, let's just keep walking, shall we?
Good, because I wasn't planning on you ignoring the sound, so I'm glad that you've decided to do that.
We are mostly heroic adventurers.
Plus, that you never know, there might be loot.
Ah, see, now you're talking. Now I'm interested.
Okay, so you continue down the way and you stumble across this site
Shit.
before you.
Pretty sure we've been to this river before.
It's a generic road map, okay?
One girl did all of this.
Well,
I only heard one girl scream.
we need to secure the mule and the cart. Make sure that they're happy and secure while we're investigating whatever the hell this is.
Tie them up around here somewhere in the tree line. Or
Yep.
over here by the water.
No, definitely in the trees, I think.
Yeah.
Try and find some cover so we can see what's happened to other carts. I think Haleman would lead it into the sea into the
Lead it into the it's like
Right,
Clyde.
I just saw the mule in the river then, and I just got confused. No, we'd try and find cover for it in the woods somewhere, I think.
Right, okay. So we'll put it over here in the trees somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's Voltaire leaving his horse?
I'm going to leave my horse with the mule. Give it that call.
So they're just sort of leading him into the trees, tying him to a bit of foliage, just leaving him
You're gonna make
somewhere
things
safe.
more.
I'll be back, coach. You behave.
That's the point. Yeah, have you named your horse?
Yes, coach.
Coach.
Yes.
Okay.
Have we named the
Originals.
mule?
We have
You
Meal.
named the mule. Yeah.
Neil,
Mule?
Meal or Neil?
Neil the mule.
As a Neil
Neil or Meal, like meal, like
N.
you're gonna eat it.
N.
N,
for
right? Neil.
November.
Neil.
E for
Okay.
Echo.
Well, I wasn't
I
sure if
for
Henrik was
Indigo.
planning on eating the mule.
I was worried about that then.
Meal the mule.
That's,
Okay.
that's really hard to say as well.
Meal the mule.
Neil the mule.
The music finished. Which one were we using?
Now you know how it feels to say burglar.
Say what?
Not that one. This one. I found the background music I have for this map. No, it wasn't that one. Oh well, I can't find it. Never mind. The music's ran out.
The bards are on a rest.
Was it? I think it might have been this one. Nope. This one? That's the one. Found it. Okay. I like background music for the maps. It makes it feel
Yes.
like the world is real.
The world is real.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so yeah, this is the site before you. There is what looks what would you all like to look at? What would you all like to do?
Henrik is walking straight up to the carnage. He's not he's just walking straight
Around
up.
there and just having a look, see?
Yep. I want to inspect the bodies.
Inspecting the bodies. Okie dokie. Roll me a medicine because you're having a look at dead bodies, so medicine.
Okay.
Too curious not to be left behind.
Medicine. I got a natural 1.
Okay. Henrik sees some dead people. They are definitely dead. That is about all you can tell.
guys, I know I'm not a doctor, and you all know this, but I'm convinced that these people are definitely dead.
You don't say, mate. You don't say.
Well done, Henrik.
Can I check properly, please?
The bodies.
Yeah.
You can roll medicine if you would like.
Oh, this. Not much better.
Riv also sees some dead people. Riv can tell that some of them have been stabbed and some of them bear what look to be sort of like burns from potential magic or something, but not enough to really determine what might have happened per se, just that they're definitely been killed.
Are they human?
Oh yeah, you can tell that they're human.
Can I have a look in the cart?
You can investigate the carriage, yeah.
Like inside it?
Yeah, you can have a look inside. Investigation.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, before going inside, you'd have seen it from the outside as well. And it's a rather ornate, expensive-looking carriage. And then, upon investigating inside, you find a lot of plush furniture, silks, comfy cushions, and pillowcases. Also, spell books and sort of accoutrement that you would maybe sort of think would belong to someone, some sort of spellcaster of some description.
Can we steal the carriage?
I mean, if you want to steal the carriage and leave, you can steal the carriage and leave.
Well, we can see if we can return it to someone and maybe borrow it along the way.
Oh,
Henrik.
Is there anything worth pocketing from inside the carriage? Anything loose that's worth pocketing?
So a deep dive investigation to what, like, check through and like the cupboards and drawers and things for anything valuable. Yeah, you can do another investigation, see what you might find whilst ransacking somebody's carriage.
Oh,
I'm literally just about to say, I was like, guys, come on, like, let's actually find the owner's purse
You find
before ransacking them.
a pouch of gold and gems. I'll determine a value for you later. You find a pouch of gold and gems, and you find a couple of scrolls and documents that are sort of sealed with a wax seal. It's not a seal that you recognise, but it does look quite like they may be important documents.
Excellent, thank you.
while all this
Henrik,
is
you
going
know-
on,
Not on you go, Hillman. I'm sorry, Scott.
no, that's to say, while all this is going on, Haleman's going to be keeping an eye on the tree line, just making sure nothing's going to try and sneak out on us. There's no one waiting in to ambush us.
Do a perception.
Scott, you could save a lot of lives here.
Helm in the responsible one in the group.
That's an 8.
You can't see anything hanging around in the trees, but you can make out what look like potentially
horse.
footprints and drag marks in the mud, sort of heading off into the direction of the tree line. So either something's gone into there or came from there. But yeah, you can definitely see some activity heading in that general direction.
I relay that. I'd be like, guys, have you seen this over here? I think something's been dragged into the woods. Maybe it was the owner of this carriage.
Fuego's going to pop his head out of the carriage and just out the front and be like, whoever the owner of this carriage is wealthy.
There might be a reward if we save them.
They are well meant. Sorry.
I'm going to go up to Rev and go, Rev, lass,
Huh?
can't save everyone.
We can try. Especially if there's a
We can
monetary
try.
reward.
Yeah, but the guy that owns this, or the woman that owns this, could very well be dead.
And in which case we've got a carriage.
Yeah,
Henrik,
It's a win-win.
Henrik walks up to Balthier and says,
Carriage the
listen,
reward. If they're dead, then we get the carriage.
You hear another scream from a little bit closer than before.
Okay, not dead. Start running in that direction.
Yeah.
yeah, Henrik instantly runs towards the screaming.
It came from beyond the tree line.
Althea here's a train.
Haleman is going to quickly cast Mage Armor upon himself, and then he's going to follow the screams as well.
Yeah, no worries. So is everybody heading into the trees, or is Baltair staying outside?
Well, does Baltair sense anything, or like see anything the others wouldn't? Like, you know what?
Yeah. What do your Witcher senses perceive? Is it like in the game where can you see like scent trails and stuff,
What do your elven eyes see?
or do you? Because I know. Yeah, I need to let me.
It's a lot.
Detect opponents within 30 feet by sense of smell.
Blended range 60.
So they'll be a little bit further than 30 feet away, not downwind because it's through a tree line. That's fine. You'll have heard that a lot louder than everybody else, so you'll be able to more accurately pinpoint where she is.
Oh, I forgot
So
about this.
I said, when I don't have the patience to be a DM, I could not be bothered to read all that.
only because it's homebrew.
No longer
Yeah.
Oh, you can not be surprised. I did not realise you were immune to surprise. I'll have to bear that in mind.
Oh, we won't be able to.
No.
We won't be able to
No.
throw you a surprise party.
No
Oh,
surprise
no.
attacks. He'll sense it as he comes out. It's like they're all hiding to jump out and surprise
I can
me.
smell
I think
cake.
I'd let that happen in that case.
And what does your medallion pick up on? Is it just magic things or creatures or?
I think it's just magic creatures, but I've got another one for that. While we're independent, it just vibrates if I'm within a magical creature.
Magical creatures. Okay, cool, no problem. It's like if you're a female witcher, you just get an imp, put it near you, and just hold it. Anywho.
Where's that drum? Where's that drum?
Hang on, I can do that. I need to be able to hotkey them so I can just hit a button and it does it. There's probably macros to that. Anyway, so you're proceeding through the tree line in the direction of the source of the scream, correct?
Yes. Helmin's going to ask. Oh, no, doesn't matter. He's not going to ask.
No,
anything.
you ask whatever you want to ask.
He's going to ask Henrik to pick him up. He's like, carry me for a second, my friend. I'm going to send Aldeon forward to scope the area. I can see through his eyes. And that's what...
Yeah, it literally just slings him on, like he's almost like a fireman left him, and I just sort of sling him over my shoulders and just run.
So you're wanting to send the owl through the trees first to have a look and tell you what the lay of the land is.
Sort of above the trees, fly up high. And
Yeah,
just
no,
have
that's
a
what I
quick-
mean. Yeah, not between the branches, as in like on the other side of the tree line. So if he was, hang on, where are my familiars? Because I need an owl token. I've got bat, I've got spider, and I've got Toby, but I don't have owl. I had owl on here somewhere.
We did have owl.
Yeah, where's my owl token?
No, there's only 2 of them, but for all we know, there is more.
You don't know there's 2 of them yet. You're
No.
not on the other side of the trees yet. Let me get you an owl token. I've got bat, I've got spider, and I've got Toby, but I didn't have owl for some reason. It'll load through in a second.
Yep.
Yay!
There it is. Okay. There we go. So you guys are, for the moment, still inside the tree line, sort of making your way through the underbrush. You're not actually here, even though you're on the map. So if you want to, because is it?
I can use an action. I lose all my senses, but I can use the owl senses.
Yeah. Okay.
So my body will go limp in Henrik's arms, and eyes will go white, and Helmin totally zones out.
So you're essentially warging like in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Henrik panics and thinks Hellman's just died. He's like, oh my god!
He's dead. Yeah, no, that's fine. So yeah, just do a perception, and we'll see how much he can make out from where he is.
So +3 for an owl, so that'd be 17.
17, okie dokie. Bear with me 1 second. Just make sure.
He does have advantage for hearing or sight-based perception checks.
I'll roll it again then.
So I'll just see if I get a crit.
Or anything higher than 17. An 18.
So an 18.
It's still better. Still better. So let me just... Okay. I'm just determining exactly what he can see. Whoa, moment, guys. Sorry. Just got to roll.
Just got to roll with it.
I forgot to set the enemies to whisper, and I don't like rolling in the open purely because if it goes badly for you guys, I can't fudge the rolls. Like, you all end up pretty dead if I don't fudge.
I like fudge.
I like tablet.
That was Seda's Riv, by the way. Just apropos of nothing, she's just like, I like fudge.
Yeah. just for no reason whatsoever. I like fudge. Like, okay, Riv. That's good to know.
Riv, shh. There's something up there. Shh.
Okay.
Talk about fudge later.
I mean, I didn't shout it.
Shh. Right there.
Right, okay, that's fine. I've done the ones that are important for the moment. I'll do the rest in a second. So, what Aldeon can see, let me just unhide one that was in hiding because he's not sneaked it well enough. Okay. So, Aldeon, upon his musings as he flies in, can see 4 horses tethered up on the left-hand side of the enclosure ahead. 2 very large human-looking folk sat around a campfire with axes. 2 battered human-looking guards, very similarly dressed and looking very similar to the ones outside that are all dead by the carriage inside of a big cage. And a drow perched on a ledge just up on the right-hand side of the area.
Ooh.
Oh, remember, the reason I said it's been about a day and a half on your travels is because we're approaching evening as you reach this sort of area. It's sort of late afternoon, early evening, so it's not bright sunlight. It's still enough daylight that you can see fine, but it's getting dark enough and cool enough that they need a campfire going. So, yeah.
Henrik will feel Hailman's body sort of start moving again, and colour comes to his eyes, and he kind of pants and coughs and gets his breath back, and he'll just pass all that information on to the party and tell them what he's seeing up ahead.
I want to say, just before you were doing all this, while you were passed out, Henrik was like, not doing CPR, but he was like rubbing your chest, and he was like, come on, man, you're going to be okay, don't go towards the light.
It's all right,
So
Henrik. We've seen this before. He's okay.
That's what I was going to say. Like, Henrik totally believes he just saved your life.
Fuego's just been stood there trying on different suits, and he's decided on like a purple velvet suit kind of thing.
Cool. Well, yep, it's on you guys.
Yeah. So how do you guys want to progress? What do you want to do? Are we just going in, or we say that they have guards in prison, so they need saving?
I think I need to go and free those people in the cage. I can go invisible.
But how many other people aren't the bad guys?
You're going to need a distraction.
I'm thinking about going up very nicely to these people.
I will join Baltair. I want to introduce myself.
I think I'm going to get going just in case it all turns badly.
Riv, you go invisible, save the 2 prisoners.
I'll be as sneaky as I can.
Fuego's going to go around the outside towards the horses once the other 2 are talking to the guards.
Mm-hmm.
What's Hailman up to?
Hailman is going to stay kind of hidden in these trees here and kind of just be ready to help whoever he sees need help first.
Cool.
Okay, so we've got Hailman sticking in the trees. Henrik and Baltair wanting to approach and speak. Riv was going to turn invisible and try and sneak round. And what did Fuego say he was doing, sorry?
He's going round towards the horses.
Okay, so we've got Fuego going. I'm just going to position you for my own benefit for now, and then from then we can sort of...
Guys, is that the fastest we've ever come up with a plan? Go team!
I was literally just about to say the same thing.
Team!
I'll keep you all back a little bit, so you've obviously not gone in yet, just so we know that this is sort of what's happening. Okay, what we'll do, just to make things simple, is we'll roll initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Just so that we've got like a rough idea of who's going when. So, initiative.
And just for mechanics as well, River's going to look at everyone, kind of tap her head and go, we'll keep in touch, and because she can use message. And so I think I can use that just to keep in touch with everyone as well.
River's going to look back at Riv and do the call me sign with his hand.
Henrik got a natural 20.
Okay. Do you have a dex bonus?
No.
Probably not.
Okay, so 20 for Henrik. That's fine.
Nope.
I'm just rolling the enemies as well for when we get to that.
Give me a second. Oh, I'll do it again.
Why did it do it again?
Because I didn't click on my cat.
Nobody
Oh,
does.
You don't need to. I'm tracking it by hand.
that's fine.
Wrong one.
I think those are the only ones out here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll roll these in just in case. Right, okay. So we have got. Well, they rolled well. Right, okay. But we're not actually in combat yet, so none of this is relevant until combat actively starts. It's just for you guys, so we know which one of you two come to first for your actions.
If combat starts, Graham, we might have turned off on a relief.
Let's be serious.
I admire your optimism.
Altair just hears a
Literally, the two least charismatic people are walking in to try and talk this out. I'm just saying, let's be real. You've got Voltaire with a -1.
Actually, those was as well.
fantastic.
I mean, they do always say you send your barbarian to do negotiations, not your barb.
Always, yeah. Always send your barbarian in to negotiate. Yeah, that's definitely the way it works best.
I said it was a quick plan, not a good plan.
You never know; it might work brilliantly. At the same time, it also might not.
It just all depends on how the dice gods favour us.
Exactly.
Hailman knew there was no chance of stopping Henrik from doing this. That's why he's kind of just thinking, well, something's bound to go wrong. I'm going to be here for backup for whoever needs it first.
I'll wait here for when it inevitably all goes badly.
I just want to try my new cloak out.
I like how Hillman knew something bad was going to happen no matter what. Oh, Henrik's away to talk. I best get ready.
Initiative takes so long. I should roll the enemies in before we even have sessions.
Yeah.
Henrik, at least scrub some of the blood stains from previous fights off you.
Or failing that, I should just only ever have one enemy type in each fight, so I only have to roll it once.
Yeah. At this point, Henrik is like, oh, I didn't even have. Yeah, I've got like a water canteen. You know what I mean? I'm like watering that down and washing myself quickly
to make yourself look a bit more presentable.
If Hailman sees that, he's going to use shape water to move the water around his body and wipe the mess off.
Oh, but you got prestidigitation.
I know I was going to use that, but then he started pouring it on himself. So I thought, well, he'll use shape water to control the water and move it around, and so like pressure washer, just taking any sort of bits of meat or blood or whatever he's got on him.
What kind of image do you have of Henrik? Like, there's bits of meat in him. There's been
violent monster that's always covered in meat and chunks.
I imagine he sits there just eating meat off the bone, drinking ale in the other hand.
Does Aldeon get his own initiative, or does he go on your turn?
He's supposed to get his own initiative, actually.
Right, I'll just roll it from the owl, unless you've done it yourself already.
I just rolled and it was a 20.
Oh, for fuck's sake, so many natural 20s.
Well, he has +1 to dex, so it'll be a 21.
Yes, I've got his stats here, so...
So that bloody bird's going to go first.
If he's just a generic owl, owls have a 13 dex.
13,
so +1 to an initiative roll, so yeah, we'll call that a 21 then. That's fine. Okay, right, we are in initiative order. Aldeon would then be first up because the enemy aren't going to go yet. I will reveal 2 of the enemy also rolled a 21.
Aldeon's just going to hold his action and just stay with Hailman at the minute.
Is he going to hold his action and go on your turn?
Yeah. If he needs to do anything.
Otherwise, he'll just keep delaying until his next go. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fine. Riv would be first up then in the initiative order. Are we saying you went invisible before we started?
Or
are you going invisible now?
I'm going to go invisible now.
Okie dokie. So Riv is now invisible.
As soon as Riv goes invisible, sorry, but
Yeah.
Hailman is going to grab his bracelet and just make sure it's still warm.
Yeah.
Before she goes invisible, she just thumbs up. Good luck, everyone. And then I'm going to put the hood up of my lovely new elven cloak as well. And I'm going to set off dashing round the outside to the cage. So.
Okie
5, 10,
dokie.
15, 20. So. 5, 10. So that's my normal one, and then I'm going to dash on. To there.
Okie dokie. So just do a stealth check with advantage for me, just to see quite how well hidden you are.
Ah!
Oh.
So but their perception checks to identify you whilst invisible because of your cloak are at a minus, because a disadvantage. So you never know; they might roll lower than that. But for now, we're going to say you're not close enough for them to have seen or heard you anyway. So that's fine. Henrik would be up next.
Henrik's gonna turn to Balthier and sort of like give him, let's get this champ, and give him a predator high five.
Which is reciprocated.
Awesome. And then
It's
I'm gonna
beautiful
walk out.
bromance.
I'm gonna walk out into the tree line and just like raise my hands in the air and say, "Gentlemen, what a lovely evening it is. Might we join you by the fire?"
Okay. What we'll do for the purposes of this is we'll say that you and Boltaire are going on the same turn, so you're going as a pair. Obviously, when it comes to combat, Boltaire will go slower. How close do you want to get? Around there, or a bit closer, or
No, that'll do. That'll do.
out there? Okie dokie. Hang on, let me just find. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Come on. There it is. Campfire sounds now that you're close enough to hear them.
I'm relieved. I thought you were going to unveil something else massive we hadn't seen yet.
And a giant ogre steps out. No. just some campfire sounds. Okay. Yeah, we're going to allow. They've used their action to quote unquote dash the 60 feet to get there. That's fine. So yeah, give me. What would it be? We'll say persuasion, just to see whether they immediately just start charging at you with axes drawn, or whether they are willing to hold short.
It was a 15 plus 1, so 16.
You need one from me.
Yeah, from you. Assuming that you're sort of going as a pair, yeah.
Oh, of course we are.
Of course.
Yay.
So a 16 and a 7. Oh no, an 8. Sorry, I'm taking the 1 off of your 8 that you rolled, forgetting that it's done that already. So a 16 and an 8 is a 24.
On the cusp.
Excuse my friend here. He's a little slow.
Can we
shall
join you
say.
by the fire? And Balta goes, "You pair of twats." Oh, god damn it, Balta. But we'll say they go. That they look at each other, sort of confused, and go, "Who are you?"
My name is John. And this is Caleb. And we are brothers that were passing through, and we heard, well, not heard, we seen your fire, and we thought, why not go over and share a tale, share a wee story or two. I am a bard, as you see, and this is a cleric.
That is going to be deceptions from both of you with a heavy disadvantage.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Heavy disadvantage on your deception checks because you come in.
So I got a 10, and I got a 10 and a 9 plus, I think my deception's at a high, actually.
I know for a fact you only have good stats in intimidation and athletics. So I know it's not going to be. I know it's not going to be anywhere near enough. Not when Voltaire got a 3.
I've got none. So I've got a 9. I got a 9.
You'd have come in. You're clearly dressed as a barbarian with a great axe and gone, "I'm a bard." God, and he's a cleric, and he stood there with 2 fucking longswords on his back.
To be fair, that's a stretch, but it's believable.
Yeah,
Is it though?
well,
Come on, I thought it was
I
a
would
cleric.
sooner believe that Baltair was a cleric than I would believe that Henrik was a bard.
I'm just gonna turn to Balti. I'm just gonna say to him like, this isn't working, is it?
Let's try.
Yeah, I'm going to answer that for you and go, this is definitely not working, and you have now kicked off an official initiative order.
But Callum, that was beautiful.
It was a good try.
It was a bold try.
Wonderful.
So do I get? Sorry. So do I get anything before I do anything? No.
You get absolutely nothing.
Sweet.
They have readied their weapons and are preparing to attack when we come round to their turn. So yeah, we are now sort of in official initiative. It's not so much as free movement as it would have been before. Next up to go would be Hailman.
I tried, guys.
So would Hailman see that them maybe go for their weapons from this range? I think I'm about 85 feet away.
Oh, 100%. You'd have heard all of that. They weren't exactly being quiet about it.
No, so as soon as he hears Henrik tell him that he's a bard and Baltair's a cleric, Hailman's just going to just put his head in his hands and just shake his head as if like no one would believe that, but he's just going to step forward.
For God's sake.
I just want to
Here
say,
we go again.
River's just like biting on her fist because she's laughing so hard at the sheer audacity of it.
But Hailman's going to move forward about 15 feet, and he's going to ready the grease spell to put it around just in front of Baltair and Henrik. He will hold the grease spell.
A 20-foot square.
Yeah, so it'll be just in front of those, in front of Henrik and Baltair, just in case it'll trigger if the bad guys charge into them too.
20-foot or 10-foot square? 10-foot square, Grease, and it's 4 squares, right?
Yeah, 10 foot. Let me just have a go. 10-foot square.
So, like,
Centered on a point within range.
So there, approximately.
Yeah, that's the sort of place. Yeah, he'll just have it ready, and if the 2 bad guys charge, then he will let Grease spell off in front of them.
Okie dokie.
That can only go well.
So if they move into that 4 square area, then he's going to cast Grease.
Yes.
Absolutely no problem.
What is the mood? It's the meaning.
And then Fuego would be up next.
Fuego is just trying to make that if he's got enough movement to do this. Just. Fuego's going to move up to this top horse with his dash action.
Is he going to do this stealthily or just regularly?
Just regularly.
Strutting.
Okay, so what I'm going to want before you even get anywhere close to there is a dex save, please.
Oh no.
Back in 1 second, guys.
Will inspiration help with dex saves?
What have I just put in there?
Inspiration can be used on literally any roll,
Can I use that on my dex save?
if you would like.
That just roll another one, is it?
Yep, just roll it again.
Ooh.
So we're going on a 13. So it depends on what attack roll this thing gets, because as you ran past this corner here, this guy is going to jump down at you. He was hiding on the shelf, and
Help on the shelf.
yeah, his owl didn't see him, unfortunately.
So I'm back, guys.
So this guy is going to make a plunging attack at you. So...
We just got attacked by an elf on the shelf.
Oh no.
It's very.
Hannah.
Okay, well, he rolled higher than your save. Now, what's your AC? Is it 15?
17.
17.
17. Thanks
Okay.
for rather.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. Well, so he does like a jumping down attack at you, but he does miss, so you can carry on up to the horse you were aiming for. That's fine.
Thank you. And then when I get to the horse, I think I was on that by next bit. I'm just gonna put my bag down. And I want to put my bag down up there, and I want to try and like calm the horses down.
Okay.
But obviously that'll be another action bonus. That'll be my next turn. So I've used my
I'd say as a bonus action, you can stow your gear. So you can put the bag down that you want to put down behind you. But there, and you can start.
I've still got my my bow and my dagger on. I'm just literally putting my backpack down.
Yeah, all your spare stuff, like your spare set of clothes, all of the stuff that's in your bag normally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's fine.
Tame the horses a bit.
Okay. Now,
Well, looking at it is there's enough people there to fight these guys, so we might as well gain 4 horses to travel off on.
assuming that the people that you rescue here don't want their horses back.
Oh shit!
Saved their life. There's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them outside. You are here to save somebody else, as far as you know. Don't make me do the scream again, Callum.
I was going to say, maybe you don't know them. They might have like a really girly scream.
I do know them, and they do not have a really good scream.
Like Flanders
Now we're
from The
closer. There might be
Simpsons.
an echo in the scream if anyone's in the cave.
I don't have a scream with an echo effect, unfortunately.
Oh, you just have to do it yourself.
Just play it twice. Play it and then play it quieter and then play it quieter. Right, okay, right. We are now then going to launch into full-on initiative order.
Sweet.
So we are up to the top. Right, okay. Just looking at what these guys are as actual characters. Would they would
Let me at 'em.
even think about a grease trap. They would just charge straight in there. Because they are essentially barbarians.
Oh, we're going to end up with like a grease wrestle.
Quite possibly, yeah. They are essentially barbarians. They just don't have rage. So,
Thank fuck. Thank fuck.
we just pop up there. Okay, so we'll start with this boy here. He's going to rush in first. So that is a dex save, correct?
Yes, please. I'll just link it in for you.
I hope he does a comedy pratfall.
I hope it lands on the end of my sword.
14. Well, he's managed to roll a 17, so he's not fallen over.
Cool.
Slidey boy.
I'll do the same. We'll do the same for the other one now. Let me just roll his dex save. See if he falls down. Nope, that's also a 17. I can send pictures if you want.
No, believe you.
Both genuinely rolled 17s. Which was a surprise because they only have +1 to dexterity. So I genuinely thought
I'd get one
genuinely
of them.
thought at least one of them would go over. But unfortunately not. And they're both going to make a great axe attack, one against each of you.
Oh shit.
They miss both of you, I think. Yeah, because Henrik's now got a decent AC, hasn't they?
Yep, he does.
Yep, so they both miss, so nothing particularly interesting from them. That's fine. Okay, we'll hold for now. Aldeon would have a turn now if he wants to do anything in particular.
Are the horses going? Do they need settling down?
No, not particularly.
No.
They've not started kicking off yet. Not a great deal has really happened yet. Just a couple of blokes over the way having a bit of a kick off.
I'll at this bit in time, Aldeon's just going to stay with Hailman, especially now he can see that other dude nearby.
No.
Yeah.
So, Riv.
I'm going to continue my stealthy dashing towards the cave. So 5, 15, 20, 25 to there, and then 20, 25 to here. Keeping stealthy, so let's...
Double stealth roll.
Oh, my lord. That's better.
That's better. Now let's roll for them to see whether they spot you or not. A disadvantage because of the Cloak of Elvenkind. So wise. A 12 and a 13, so not enough to beat a 22. They have not heard you running through the underbrush below.
Stealth.
So yeah, you have made it to just on the edge of the cage for the moment.
And that's where I'll stay.
Cool. Henrik.
Bonus action, I'm going to enter into rage.
Okay.
And I'm going to cleave one of these guys as best I can, if I
Okay.
can. Oh shit! What have I just done there? Oh, I've refreshed my page. Hang on. Come on, please work. Right, here we go. With the cleaver, so that's 11 plus 7, 18.
Yep, that'll hit.
Sweet. And just a DC of 12 plus 4. 8 plus 4, so that's 12.
12 points of damage, and just swinging it at this one here in front of you, yeah?
Yeah, the guy just in front of me. And then with my second attack, I'm going to do it again. Actually,
To attack again, yeah?
see, instead of trying to hit him with my axe, can I try and front kick him and try and get him closer to that fire?
So you want to try and kick him hard enough to knock him backwards?
Basically. But like, I'll get, if I need to, I'll move up as well, and then.
I mean, you're directly in front of him. You can kick him, so it'd be an unarmed strike.
Yep. So is that just a D20 and see what happens?
D20 plus strength to see whether you hit. Yeah, so.
Cool. So that's a 16 plus 4, I believe. Yeah, 20.
That'd be enough. Yeah, so you've hit him. So damage, I think, for you as a tavern brawler for unarmed strikes is a D6,
yes.
I think, plus strength. So roll a D6.
Cool. So that's a 4 plus strength, do you say?
Plus strength, so 4 plus 4 for you, I think. So that'd be
8.
Another 8. And then if you're trying to kick him hard enough to knock him back, I mean, it wasn't a considerably large amount of damage. So we'll make it an athletics check at disadvantage. So roll athletics twice.
Cool. I'm pretty sure I'm actually decent at this as well.
Yeah, you'll have
Yes, I am.
plus 7 to athletics, yeah.
Yep. So the first one's a 6, and the second one is another 6.
Okay, so
6,
13.
6, yep.
And then he's going to try and contest it to keep his foot in. So 12 and then a 20. So yeah, no, it's he was at advantage because all you do is kick him really.
But he stood in grease.
Yeah, but he passed his grease save, so the grease hasn't affected him. He's managed to keep his foot in absolutely fine, so that's no problem.
I've like front kicked him and he's just taken it the chest basically.
Yeah, you've just sort of kicked him and he's gone. Rrr. I mean, this is a big guy. He's probably Henrik sized and just as broad. So it's like if Henrik, if Henrik had been managed to quite easily kick him over, Henrik's going to start getting kicked over.
Oh wait, sorry. Did I add the plus 2 to the damage?
Oh, for rage? No, I don't think you did. So I'll just take another 4 off him. 4,
cool.
3.
And he's dead.
No, he's about 1/3 dead.
Brilliant.
Hailman would be up next then.
Seeing all that going on up there, and seeing this guy down here, I think it would just be firebolt. I think he just
Fire.
Yeah, just gonna throw a straight firebolt at him.
At the nearby guy, or
yeah, the guy next to him. This guy here.
That will not hit, I'm afraid.
That's okay. He's kind of got one eye still on the Henrik and Baltair fight, and kind of just tried to fire a firebolt at it, half-assed, and doesn't hit the horse, does he? No, obviously not.
No, you've not hit. A 1, maybe you'd have hit Fuego on the other side.
But no, that'll be Hailman's turn. He's just gonna kind of stand his ground and still kind of keeping an eye on the whole scenario going down.
Yep, no problem. Next up is the guy close to Hailman, and he is
Yep.
going to use his action to hide,
Ooh.
which may reveal a little bit about the character ability is.
I
So
have
you
a
can see he's
feeling
blue.
he's a rogue.
Oh, I almost said something really bad.
I need to know now.
I just want a perception check from Hailman just to see if the guy manages to successfully hide.
I don't want to say you guys might hate me. It's pretty bad. That's a 6. So
What were you going to say? Were you going to say
when you said
blue?
hiding, it was going to be something about a McCann hiding.
Oh my
All right.
Yes, that's where. Sorry,
Hide
guys.
and seek champion.
Undefeated so far.
I don't even remember how long. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how long he's been gone for. Anyway, right. Voltaire.
Voltaire just wants to smash this guy right in front of him with his longsword in the face.
Presumably twice.
No, this is... Does that hit?
Yeah.
I get to take my
You have
bonus
extra attack, don't you?
I do. But see, if I take a bonus action now and then I use extra attack, I can get both of them again.
No, extra attack. When you take the attack action, you can take another attack action. So yeah, you can take your 2 attacks and then use your bonus action. If you want to split it up, if you want to use your bonus action first and then use your extra attack, that's fine.
No, it works out. It's the exact same as what I want to do. So I'll take my extra attack now. So that's another one to the face. That will not be to the face.
Do you know, I just remembered the cleaver can hit 2 people at once.
It can.
I'm going to cast Add as a bonus action.
Okay, so blast a 15-foot cone. First
Makes
2
a joke
creatures,
about
plus
getting
one
hard.
strength side. Hang on.
More about getting them pissed.
Right, okay. I'm not going to bother working out the distance for that because it's not going to hit Henrik stood next to you, so it'll get both of them. 15-foot cone. First 2 creatures. Strength save against your sign save DC, which is a 13 according to this.
Yeah, I'll just double check it's on the right one, but I believe it is.
On a save, you take half the damage. Okay, that's fine. So strength saves from them, that's no problem. They have decent strength, so I'm not too worried. Well, let's find out. They could roll... Nope, 15 and a 19, so that's fine. So they're...
Still knocked back.
Fail, or is
55.
not... On a save, push back 5 feet and take half of 1d4 damage. So. What I am going to make him do, though, is dex save again for being knocked back on the grease
I
trap.
was hoping. I'll do my D4.
Even though usually forced movement doesn't trigger, I'll say if you push someone whilst they're stood in grease, like if you manage to successfully push them, then they'd need to try not to slip having been moved.
Yeah.
So that's dex save. So a 12 and a 4. So I'm pretty sure that is lower than what it needs to be.
It's a 14 save on the grease.
Yeah, they both fall down prone, so they are now both on their arse.
Oh, my plan worked. And they've taken 2 damage each, I assume?
2 damage each I've taken off of them, yes.
That's fine, just making sure. It's all good. And that is my turn, because I've used my bonus. Yep.
No worries. That's that fine. That's that fine.
So does that mean we get an advantage on the next time we attack them because of prone?
Yes, advantage on them for being prone, yeah.
If they get up.
You've not missed me off the turn order, have you? Because I was before Ali.
Oh no, did you not get a turn?
No.
No, it's It's fine if you've written it down that way. It's not an issue at all. Just make sure you've not missed me off it.
No, I think I did forget about you. So yeah, you take your go now. I forgot that you'd not had your turn. I do apologise.
No, it's all right. Like I say, if you've written it down that way, it's just making sure.
No, it's written down in genuine order. I've literally just overlooked your name on the list. I went from Hailman straight to the bad guy next to Hailman. I completely blanked you. It's because you and Hailman have both got 17s. I was looking at the last 17, and that was yeah.
11.17, didn't it?
Yeah, so, yeah. You go now, and if it affects anything that would have happened in the middle, then that's that.
Are the horses actually up yet, or are they all right?
I think the ones closest to Hailman might be a little bit perturbed because a fireball did go off generally in their nearby direction.
Right, I can't get down to that one yet.
But nearest you, they won't be. I mean, they might be looking a little bit restless, but they're not like kicking off or anything at the moment.
That's fine. I'm gonna try and cast Firebolt. Can I see this one up here?
Is that up on the ledge?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the range on a fireball?
120.
Is it 120? 120. I think you're about exactly 120 feet away.
Exact, yeah.
Yeah. You'd be able to see him. You can see him up there.
I'm gonna try and do Firebolt at him. No, maybe not.
Only just misses. He has an AC of 12. So literally only just missed him.
Fly,
oh no, I'm giving too much away. Now you know he's a mage.
I can roll 2d4. Can I do my favours by the gods, or is that too late to do that because you told me it missed?
Does that affect it? Does that matter?
Yeah. Oh no, it's attack. No, never mind. That was a spell. No, you're right. Carry on.
Cool. Any bonus actions or anything for Fuego at this present time?
Can I activate my dancing sword?
Yes. Is it a bonus action to activate it? Or just to move
yes, it's a bonus action to toss this magic sword into the air.
Yep, you throw your sword out.
Oh, that's a lot of reading. Where'd it go? Flies up 30 feet and attacks one creature, so it's not going to attack anybody yet because there's nobody within 30 feet of me.
No, but you can move it 30 feet if you like. What's your command word for it?
Oh shit, I never even thought of that.
Excelsior.
Sorry, you don't have to have one now. Just start thinking of what the command word for it is. But yeah, if
on
it
guard.
30 feet away from you.
Yeah, no, I think Fuego would be stupid enough to have something so simple like on guard. Yeah,
okay,
I think
on guard is fine.
It'd be basic like that.
That is absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. We'll need some sort of token to represent it at some point, but we'll not worry about that now. Just so that we know. Actually, there might be a sword token for swords. Well, there's a thing that says dancing item as a token, so we'll just use that. It literally just says the words dancing item. So that'll be what it'll be when it loads on. Is that it for Fuego's turn then?
Yeah, he's just gonna like stroke the sword and like with one hand kind of thing. Stroke the horse.
Okie dokie, not a problem.
Stroke the horse.
That's fine. Whereabouts did you want to put it?
It'd just be 30 feet in front of me.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like there.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Next up is the guy that you threw a fireball at turn. Now he doesn't see Riv, doesn't know where Riv is. So he is going to attack Voltaire, who is the nearest person that he can see. What is he going to attack you with?
That's the problem with mages. They always get like loads of different spells that can hurt you.
Yeah, you've got like 40 different things to look at, though. Right, spell lists. Let's have a look. Ooh, there's some fun ones on here. He is going to cast Witch Bolt. That will miss, I believe. Actually, that doesn't even, so that would definitely miss. I didn't look at its range, so he won't be casting Witch Bolt because that doesn't reach. He's just going to cast the cantrip Ray of Frost for the moment. because that does have enough range to get to you. But I'm going to keep the roll that it would have been for the other one, so it does still miss. I'm not going to be unfair and re-roll my attack just because it wouldn't have worked. Because if I had have done, the re-roll would have been a 19, which would have hit, whereas the original roll was a 13, so it wouldn't have. So we'll keep the miss, but now I just know he's not wasted a spell slot. That's fine. Back to the top of the round, it's the two dudes in front of Henrik and Baltair, who are going to spend half of their movement to stand up and then move back in again. I know that requires, because they're moving on Grease, re-rolling their deck saves, but they're not the brightest of people. So they're going, because I mean, they could have just stepped out of the Grease traps and come around, but they're not sensible enough to do that. They have an intelligence of 9, so that they're not.
These guys are literally Henrik.
Pretty much. And they got a 12 and a -1.
Actually, go.
Not a -1, sorry, a critical one, I meant to say. So yeah, they fall, and the bigger one on the right falls on the smaller one on the left, and does, let's call it 6 points of falling damage.
Does he accidentally jam his foot up the other one's arse or something?
Accidentally falls axe first and sort of catches his arm, like, "Oh, you bastard!" And but they've now fallen prone directly at your feet. Okay. Now, next up is...
Should we still get advantage on our
Oh yeah,
attacks?
you'll still have advantage on your attacks, yes. Right. Okay. Let me just check the range on this. Nope. Not enough. Nope, not enough. Oop, cancel.
Ali, just stay when me and you finish this fight. Let's just stay where we are, shall we?
That one has enough range.
I know, man.
I don't want to cast that just yet. Nope, gonna hold their turn. That's fine. So Aldeon would have a turn now.
I will ask Aldeon to fly maybe 10 feet higher than he is at the minute and just move to this sort of area and see if he can perceive the thing that the guy who disappeared.
Yeah, sure. Do Perception.
To be
With
18.
advantage, I believe. Yeah. Is it not with advantage when it's
It will be seeing or hearing, so
trying to see if he can see him? Yeah.
so there'd be an 18.
18 is exactly enough because his stealth check was an 18. So yeah,
So-
he sees him hiding back up on this sort of verge there.
Cool, and then I am going to use my movement to get me, I think, about there, 25 feet. Start moving closer to the gang, but he's going to throw. He's going to tell Baltair and Henrik to. Guys, if you get a chance while they're laid down, while they're falling on the ground, step back. I have an idea. But then after he says that, he's just going to throw a firebolt at the one that Aldeon is sort of like showing him where he is.
Yep.
So 16.
Will hit.
So that's 18 fire damage.
Wow.
That's a lot of fire damage.
10
and an
10,
8.
innit? 2d10, they were just very good rolls.
10
That's
and
a
an 8,
hot
yeah.
little halfling.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Yeah,
That's
absolutely fine.
Most damage I've ever done with a fireball, obviously.
So
I
cool.
think so.
Yeah.
It'll only get better as well. I think you end up with like 4d10 eventually.
Yes, I think so.
Uh,
But yeah, that'll be Helmin's turn. He'll tell the guys to back up if they get an opportunity
I
to.
realise you're taking Hailman's turn, but that was Aldeon's turn.
Oh, I thought you said it was my turn as well.
No,
sorry.
Aldeon rolled a 21, so he goes, I didn't
Ah.
even realise at the time.
No, sorry.
That's fine. We could just say you took your turn. we'll skip your go when we come to you. In the
Yeah,
order.
sorry, I thought.
No, I didn't even think about it, but I'm not going to undo that because that was.
With that, I would say, with that kind of damage, let it.
I'm
roll.
not,
Yeah.
We'll let it ride. We'll say you are holding your action for this from last turn. We'll just pretend. It's Riv's go.
Riv is going to move forward and attempt to test the lock on this cage, and if it is locked, try and pick it.
It is locked.
Thought I'd just check that
that'd
first
be,
of all.
sleight of hand. In fact, actually, have we modified your sheet so that your thieves' tools actually has a number next to it now?
No. I've got.
Does it just have a question mark still?
Wait, do we know these guys are safe? Just out of curiosity.
No. You don't know anything.
Don't know anything.
You stumbled into a clearing and started fighting. No,
mean
we've
in
not.
my
That's
eye?
fine. Just roll sleight of hand. Yeah, on the left where it's got your tools and proficiencies. If I change that to dexterity based, then click it, it should roll it like that.
Okay, cool.
So I'll let you re-roll it in case you get better than 11. But yeah, if you click Thieves' Tools now on the left-hand side, it'll actually roll a Thieves' Tools check.
Yeah.
See?
There
Better
you
with
go.
those.
Yeah, there you are. So that you managed to successfully pick the lock. You hear a clank, and it starts to sort of groan open towards you.
I'm just gonna whisper very quietly to the guys inside. Say, hi, I'm setting you free.
They're gonna shit themselves.
Absolutely panic because they cannot see you.
I'm also gonna message to everyone and just be like, I've got the door open.
Huzzah!
Well done, Riv.
They are very badly beaten and quite injured from what you can see looking at them.
Okie dokie. Are they they're stable though?
Yeah, they're not unconscious or anything. They're awake. They're just sort of badly bruised and broken. You know, they're unarmed and so they're just sort of two very badly injured human male knighty guard looking people.
So I'm gonna be like, the door's open, but stay safe. We're gonna take these guys down. And picking the lock is an action, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be your action.
Yeah.
But we'll let you use this as like a talking thing. They will reply into the ether, not able to see you, and just go, "There's more. They took the princess inside.
Inside where?
The big cave.
I saw it.
Over there."
I saw it on the map, but Riv wasn't really paying attention much beyond the goal. So,
That's fine.
Right, cave. I get you. Stay safe.
Be careful. They're stronger than they look.
Cool. I'm gonna relay that off to everyone else, saying, "We've got more after this lot, guys, and there's a princess to rescue. I bet she's loaded."
Princess, you say? I'm on my way.
And I'm just gonna stay there, stay hidden.
Cool, that's fine. Yeah, not a problem.
Do you need me to roll stealth again, as I did move?
If you're staying invisible, yes.
Yeah. And again.
Ooh.
Hoping for a fall of perception then. But again, it is a disadvantage, so you've got a good chance that they might roll crap. They're not particularly perceptive in general. They don't have much of a bonus to perception. Only +4. They did roll a natural 20 on their first one, but because they're disadvantaged, they got an 11.
Thank God.
Genuinely, I'm not even lying. It's 24 followed by an 11.
I love my cloak.
So they still do not know that Riv's there, even though the cage has magically popped open. Next would be Henrik then.
So remembering I can use my axe to hit two at once.
Yep.
I'm going to use my axe and I'm going to just go for the two of them.
No, because you're not in the way.
So it's still going to be 2 attack rolls to see if you hit them both. One might manage to dodge it, but that's not your extra attack. It's just to swing it to hit 2. You roll the attack twice. You might get one of them and miss the other.
Yeah. So the first one is an 11 plus 7. So that's a 20. That's a plus.
Yeah, well, yep, that's that. Yep.
That's an 18. And then the next one was 16 plus 7. So that
Yeah,
hits as
if
well.
you roll anything less than a 6 with a +7, then you'll miss. Anything at a 6 or above, then you'll hit them.
Sweet.
Are they still prone?
They
Yeah.
are still prone, so that would be with advantage if you want to roll those 2 again.
Go on then. Nope.
We're just looking for crits, basically.
Nope. Basically.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So yeah, then 2 damage roll.
So it's 2d12 plus 4 and then plus 2. So it's a plus 6. So the first one is a 7 plus 6. That's 13. And then the next one is an 8 plus 6.
So 14. I'm going to take the 14 and do 14 to each. Whenever you roll to hit both, they'll both take equal damage. So you'll roll the damage twice, but you just take whichever's higher. So 14 damage. That's down to that. And that is down to that. So the one on the left, looking quite unfortunately injured, starts to say, "Stop! Stop! I surrender!" But the bigger one next to him elbows him and goes, "Shut up, dickhead!" So they haven't surrendered yet because the bigger one isn't quite as injured as the littler one.
So in that case, and you can say this is my action. Can I try and grab him and then shove him out the way to interrogate him?
Well, your action is to attack, but as your extra attack, rather than making a second attack, you can make a grapple if you want and try and grapple him.
Yeah, I'm going to grapple the guy on the left.
Okay, so that is athletics.
Sweet. And that's 19 plus 7.
Fucking hell.
So 26. And he will athletics check back, but even if he rolls a nat 20, he's only going to get a 23. But I'll roll it anyway. He rolled a 6, so that would have been a 9. So yeah, no, you have successfully grappled the one in front of you. Do you want to try and move and drag him with you? You can move at half speed.
Yeah, I'm going to move him.
Grappling, so if you want to move 15 feet away and pull him away.
I'm going to actually. Yeah, I'll pull him away. I'll pull him away and basically just kind of whisper into his ear while I'm. So I've got him like in a headlock, and I'm basically just whispering in his ear. I bet you wish I was a bard now.
Not really. Then you might have had some cool magic.
I snap his neck.
You don't. You don't. If he had like 4 HP, I'd have allowed it, but he's still got about a third of his health. He's just not really a big fan of getting axed in the face. So...
Fair point.
So that's my little moment there.
Yep, that's fine. Hailman's gone already, so we're going to skip Hailman and we're going to go to Fuego.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm trying to move through because I wanted to do a bit more than look at a road and then fight 4 dudes outside a cave. I have so much more planned.
To be fair, we spent 40 minutes buying a horse.
Fuego's going to go invisible.
Mhm.
And I make my way around here, use my dash action. Oh, for God's sake, it's actual.
Are you using your bonus action to... Well, your action would be to go invisible. So
Yeah.
you can move your regular movement, and you'll have to use your bonus action to make sure that your sword stays within 30 feet of you. Otherwise, it drops to the floor and you can't control it anymore.
Right, okay, yeah, that's fine. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why am I clipping? So that's my normal movement.
Okay.
I think. And then I will use my bonus action to move the sword. 2, 3, 4, 5 to attack this geezer here.
Yeah. I believe as part of the bonus action you can move it and attack with it, right?
Sweet.
Yeah, I think so. You can use your bonus action, blah, 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 blah. While the sword hovers, you can use a bonus action to cause it to fly up to 30 feet to another spot. As part of the same bonus action, you can cause the sword to attack a creature. Yeah, that's fine. So moving it to there. Does a what hit?
A 20.
Yes.
I got 6 damage.
Okie dokie. So 6 points of slashing damage to that one. And turn around and go, fucking flying swords! What the fuck is this? I do need a stealth check with advantage whilst you're invisible, just to see if anybody can sort of sense where you are. Because they can still hear, they might smell you, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're not going to see a fucking thing.
Sweet.
That's
That's
fine.
my go over.
Okay, brings us.
I was going to
back.
say it's a disadvantage because of all the cologne and stuff that Fuego wears.
Yeah. So whilst Hailman can see this dude up here, nobody else can currently because nobody else has looked for him. Just FYI. How far can he move? 1, 2. He can get to about there. Does he have any ranged capability? Let me double check. Probably. Yes, he has a light crossbow. So he's going to make a light crossbow attack.
Yeah, I had a feeling he was going to do that.
It's alright, he missed, he got a 10.
Oh, thank fuck.
He does not successfully hit you. But just roll perception to see if you can tell where the arrow's just come from since it was fired at you, Henrik.
Cool. I see nothing because I got a 6.
Nope,
6 plus
that's
7.
fine. Yeah,
Not 6
absolutely
plus
fine.
1, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's no problem. So that's him. Voltaire is next. Advantage against the dude in front of you if you're trying to stab him in the face.
In the face!
In the face.
In the face! Well, in the chest more like, but
Put him in a body bag.
Get a body bag! Get a body bag!
Yeah, so
Eat
that's with
ground,
your
little
advantage.
man.
The 20 hits with the advantage, yeah. The 13 would have hit anyway, but might as well use the 20.
fair enough. Yep. And I'm going to use
So yeah, that's 5. So that's your first attack.
Yep.
And
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Ooh, 1 away from a crit on that second.
Oh,
That
no.
would've been good. Yeah. There we go. That's more like it. I was gonna say your damage rolls have been dog shite.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. And how is he looking?
Yeah, that's fine.
No,
He's looking. How what? Sorry.
How is he looking?
He's looking not quite as bad as the one Henrik's dragged off, but he's pretty close to that bad as well.
Right, can I try and intimidate him? I just want to say, surrender now, or you will burn. And it'll be bloody painful.
You can give it a go. Yeah. Not with advantage, just regular intimidation.
Just regular intimidation.
If he was a little bit more wounded, I'd have given it advantage, but no, not with a 9, I'm afraid.
Can I assist in the intimidation, sorry?
Not right now. No, if you were stood next to him and on your turn you'd have taken the help action, then you'd have been able to give him advantage for it. But 'cause you've dragged a guy away, you're going to be doing your own intimidation and on your next turn, I imagine.
Yeah.
I'm going to, as a bonus action, empower my Agni sign. So I'll put both in because the scripts, you need both, basically. So on a failed save, he'll take 1d10, and on the basic one, and on the empowered one, he will. Original to the sign.
So if he fails a dex save, it's 1d10 damage, and that he's also on fire and taking 1d6 at the start of their next turn.
Yes, and I will take off a vigor point for that.
Yeah, no problemo.
Yeah, for 1d4 rounds.
Okay, so I'll do the dex save first, and it's against a 13, right?
Yeah.
Well, that is a nat 20, so 21. Genuinely, I can send a picture if you don't
No,
believe
No, I believe you.
No, we believe it.
It still takes half of all 1d10.
just it's the downside. So when I roll well, I'm like, you'll never believe it. I genuinely rolled really well. But at the same time, if I do roll really well, I'll be like, no, I definitely didn't just crit and kill you. I promise.
We believe you. It's okay.
So on a failed save, it's 1d10. Half damage on a successful and not burn, I assume, or
Pretty much, yeah. I think it is. Yeah.
because it doesn't specifically say that. It just says in addition to the original effect, the target burns for an extra one. It doesn't say whether that's on a successful or a failed save. It's not strictly written there, so would we rule that it would need to succeed for them to be set on fire? Does that sound fair?
Yeah, no, I mean, I would assume that if they'd saved, they wouldn't be set on fire.
So the successful save means no fire, but half damage. So roll the d10 for damage then. So it's a 4 halved 2, so that's fine.
Holy shit tonight, lads.
Question: would he have set the grease on fire?
Quite possibly, yeah. How long does the grease pool last for?
Grease lasts for.
It's not concentration, is it, grease? You don't have to focus on grease, do you?
I don't think so.
No,
grease.
one action, duration 1 minute.
1 minute.
So grease is still there, yeah. So in fact, you know what? We'll retcon that 4, and we'll say, in fact, we'll keep the 4, so that's the 2. But I'll roll a d20. Anything lower than a 10, the grease catches fire and will do additional damage.
Oh, well.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That makes it fair. Like 50-50 shot. 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
If he'd have targeted the grease specifically, then that would have been a different story. It's just whether or not the splash damage has managed to ignite the grease, which we're going to say it did not. Next up is the dudes in the cage, who are currently too injured to really do a great deal, but they are going to start to sit up and crawl towards the gate a little. So they're going to start making their way towards the exit. I mean, he's in the tracker, but nobody's asked for Toby to get involved yet, so he's sitting out of the fight for the moment. Next up is the guy up on the shelf, who is going to just again cast his Ray of Frost down once his character sheet loads. Again at Voltaire, because he's the closest. That is a miss. Back to the top. So the dude that Henrik has got hold of is going to struggle and try and break out. So that's athletics versus athletics. So just roll athletics for me.
10 plus 7.
Okay, well this was so that's 17. He's got 16. Does that automatically add the plus? Yeah, 16. So no, he's not managed to break out. That's absolutely fine. So that's no problem. He's wasted his turn. The other guy is going to make an attack at Voltaire. That's the miss because it's an 8. Okay. Now, somebody nobody's actually seen yet is going to appear.
Shit.
Because those hiding. And this individual, I'm sure Scott recognizes what character token is.
A little bit, yeah.
Probably.
But Hailman doesn't know.
One before. No, Hailman doesn't. He's going to cast the spell Moonbeam.
Oh, I know what this spell is.
5-foot radius. So let me just get the token for who it affects.
Angela used this spell.
She did.
I love this spell. There's so much damage.
Yeah.
Not good when it has it.
There isn't even a token for a 5-foot radius, so never mind. It's just on 1 square, we'll say, and it's going to be cast on. Just check for line of sight.
I'm invisible. Don't forget.
Not them. Their perception check was higher. They can sense you there.
Oh shit.
No, I'm joking. It's going on Baltair's head. Directly on Baltair's head. So that is, please, a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, it's my best one I've got.
Oh, I was going to say, I'm not actually. I've got good concentration as well.
And that's, oh my god, I rolled a 3.
The DC save was 12, so you did
Oh.
fail.
3.
As soon as you said it was your
And
best
you
one, you knew
take
you was going to
10
fail.
points. You take 10 points of radiant damage.
Oh, radiant.
But what I do want is a wisdom save from Fuego, please.
I'm on it. Wisdom. I got a 5.
Fantastic.
I don't
Oh, if you could see the smile stretched across my face.
It's not fantastic, guys. It's not fantastic.
Graham, I love you. I love that you're enjoying it, but I hate your little laugh.
Am I
You're
going
gonna
to
hate
kill
this even
Fuego?
more.
Moonbeam, guys.
I'm going to hear that in my dreams tonight. Fam.
Is this Angela doing the noises?
I thought
She's
it was
really
Graham
in
for a moment.
character. She's in character big time today, guys.
That's some sound effect.
It's a minute long, just FYI.
So I take it while this is going on, I'm obviously no longer invisible, and if anybody looks at me,
No. You are no longer invisible.
like popping out and reshaping themselves.
Yeah, you viciously transform into a clothed werebear upon the sight of the moonlight. You know, you transform, your clothing falls off, your weapons drop, your dancing sword drops to the ground unused. And standing before you all, viciously panting and snarling, is a very, very angry-looking werebear Fuego.
But Werebear Fuego is like Fuego doesn't know who's who right now. Like Fuego
Not
just attacks
the light
everyone.
of the moon, nope.
Cool.
Anywho, so who went last? It was that one. It would be Aldeon to go next, if Aldeon's taking a turn.
I will send Aldeon towards. He can get to Fuego, and I'm going to try to direct Aldeon to try and distract Fuego at the minute, just like flying around his head, just trying to distract him so he doesn't go wild on and attack any of us.
Okay, fair.
Aldeon's about to die.
What can we roll for distraction technique? Roll. I mean, I guess it like for anybody else, it'd be like performance, wouldn't it, to see how much he grasps sort of their attention.
Yeah, it's got a -2 to charisma, so I could do a performance minus, do a D20 -2.
Yeah, D20 -2. We'll call it that. 9. Okay. Yeah, that's not going to be sufficient, I wouldn't think. I will roll against it. I'll roll a D20. Yeah, that. Yeah. No. Bear Fuego is not distracted by a little tiny owl flitting around its head.
Fair enough.
If anything, it'll use its reaction and punch it dead. No, it won't really. But Riv is up next.
Okay, so Riv has seen this new person arrive. She's still invisible for now.
Yep.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. She is going to rematerialize kind of behind them and
Stay invisible and take the advantage on your attack.
Yes.
You'll lose the invisibility when you attack, but cancelling invisibility is like just hello, stab.
Pretty much. That's what I'm going to go for. So
you can do that if you want for flavour, and we'll still let you have advantage on an attack roll.
well,
That's
I'm
no
going to
problem.
sneak attack as well.
Yep, yeah, you've got advantage on the attack, so yeah, you do sneak attack damage if you hit.
And I'm going to use my short sword.
Cool.
Oh, that's some damage.
And then roll it again for the advantage just in case you get a crit.
No.
No. So 18. It's equal
Same
damage.
damage, yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. 18 points of damage.
And then
Almost kills it outright.
and I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage.
Yeah, absolutely fine. So you're not directly.
I've used up my movement though, so.
But you're not engaged with it. That's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, no. Henrik.
Okay. So I had a plan, and then that plan went out the window.
Did it go out the window when one of your mates turned into a giant bear that might try and eat your face?
Yeah. Do you know the worst part is, like, I think I'm like and I'm not trying to big myself up, but I think I might be the only strongest person to like handle a werebear.
Baltair would have a better chance because your weapons will only do half damage.
Sure, Baltair, you have it. Nah, so I'm gonna like just interrogate this guy and go like, how many more people are in there, and why did you kidnap the princess?
Hang on, how many more people did I put in there? There's 3 of us, and we did it for money. Duh.
Okay, and then because I said that, I'm gonna snap his neck.
You can try. He's still got quite a lot of HP, so it'll be a strength check at disadvantage, and I will warn you, it is a pretty high roll required.
I was just gonna say my better of just pushing him away and then use a max.
Well, yeah, you can just attack him, but I mean, if you want to try and kill him without needing to attack, it'll just be, can you
Nah, I'll just use
strength
max.
his head off, basically.
I'll just use max.
So I mean, you can attack whilst grappled. You attack with advantage anyway, because you know
Cool.
you've got hold of him in one hand and you're fucking axing his stomach with the other.
Cool. Right, so I'm doing that. Then I'm maxing. I'm maxing. So that's an 8 plus 7.
Yep, that hits.
Cool. I'll double check that. So that's 4 plus 6. Yep, so 10.
10. Yep, no worries.
How's it looking?
Still alive.
Handsome.
But...
I'm just gonna do it the exact same.
Yep.
14 plus 7.
Yep.
And then 8 plus 6.
He goes limp and falls down dead in your arms.
Nice
Sweet.
one.
And then I'm going to notice werebear
Where?
and
Huh?
hey. And I'm just gonna actually no, I'm not. I'm gonna move up towards. Actually no, better idea. So I'm gonna pick up that guy's axe, and then I'm gonna make not a dash movement, but I'm gonna move towards the 2 guards that are in the cage.
Okay, so regular movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there.
Yep.
Yep, that's fine.
And that's all I
That'll
can
be
do.
you, yeah. No, I wouldn't. I think we've been quite generous with interrogation plus 2 attacks plus picking up a weapon plus running away as well.
Yeah.
We'll say that you kept hold of his axe as he dropped to the ground, as opposed to having to dig through his corpse and retrieve it from his body. That's fine. Hailman.
Move forward a tad, and then he would recognise the moonbeam spell from when Alegna used to use it.
Definitely.
So he will know if we kill the person who cast it. Hopefully, Fuego will turn back to regular Fuego, so he will throw another firebolt to the
Oh my god.
to this one here.
Roll the damage.
As my lucky racial thingy, I get to roll if I roll a 1 on an attack roll, don't I?
Is it a weapon attack or any attack roll?
What it says for lucky is when you roll
on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. Yeah, I will count that as an attack roll. So yes, you can use it and re-roll.
Thank God.
A 14.
You don't burn Riv's face off. They're just like, yay, we got Riv back. Now to set her on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll the damage. That's a hit.
13.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
would have been almost half my hit points.
That is sufficient to kill the druid that cast Moonbeam. The Moonbeam hovering over Baltair does dissipate, but Bear Fuego does not revert back to Fuego.
Oh no.
Shit. But is Fuego more in control now?
Nope.
So
Well, you don't know. You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know what effect that will have.
So I'll just turn around and be like, oh, I honestly thought that would turn Fuego back to his normal self, but I don't know what to do now.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I do not want to hurt our friend, but if I really need to, I will knock out a fucking bear.
That was Henrik saying that, not Callum, by the way.
Oh, that's a question to ask.
What, can Henrik knock a bear out?
No.
I'm sure he'll try.
It's a great question.
No.
I mean, we can find out if you want.
No.
I'm sure we will.
I think we might need to.
Go on, what was the question? You said there was a question and then didn't.
Yeah, it's just a random question I just thought of. Do you know how I've got my pendant and it's silver?
Yes.
Can it work similar to a cleric's holy symbol?
In what way?
Well, like turn Bear Fuego away.
So does your pendant have the turn where creature feature is what you're asking?
Maybe.
I'm gonna go with no.
It's a hard no.
I mean, maybe if you dangle it at him or press it against him and the silver burns him, he might go "Arr!" and run away, but you'd have to be in his face to find out.
Yeah, we don't want to be.
Now, it is Bear Fuego's turn. Now, I have prior discussed to Angela that this would happen at some point, but she would not be priorly aware as to when it was going to happen. And the rule put in place was she will attack whoever is closest. She's not really paying any attention to the owl, so there is a 1 in 4 chance that it's either going to be this horse,
Yep.
this dude, Voltaire, or this dude, because you're all 30 feet away exactly. So I'm going to roll a d4. It's going to go left to right. It's going to go horse, dude, Voltaire, other dude. So 1 is horse, 2 is dude, 3 is Voltaire, 4 is other dude. So let's find out who's about to get attacked. It's a 1, so Bearfuego's going to go and savage a horse.
I mean,
The horses he was so keen to look after before.
That's
Yep.
so sad for the horse, but good for Baltair.
I mean, all of those horses are about to get eaten unless somebody does something.
Why? He's out of our way. He can fuck off.
True. It's not our horses. Not our
But you will,
problem.
yeah, but if he eats all the horses, he's going to run out of things to attack that aren't you.
But he might get full up and fall asleep.
Exactly.
Do you want a bet? Because I can promise you he won't.
That choo-choo noise is getting louder. Oh.
Oh dear.
This is fun. I'm enjoying this. I'm having a good time.
Forever
This fight was going so well.
Yeah, that's 1 dead horse.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was the second attack because it gets multi-attack as a werebear, like a full-fledged werebear, was a crit. So it's 17 plus 4, 21 points of damage. That's 1 dead horse. Yeah, dead horse. Nem 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 nem. Seeing this, the other horses are going to start struggling and trying to break free. So I need to roll the horses into initiative.
literally, this full fight, they've just been like, oh, yeah, this guy's a fighter.
Oh, well, fuck it, whatever. Oh my god, there's a bear! In fact,
As soon as one of their mates gets mobbed, Jesus, look up, get the fuck out of here.
Next up will be this dude who is going to see a giant werebear creature and start trying to attack him.
I mean, that guy's kind of doing our job itself, so.
Good luck to him.
Yeah.
I mean, not too much luck though.
Yeah.
Well, no, because don't forget that is still Fuego.
That's what I mean.
It's like-
Is that the horse?
Okay.
Was the horse dying?
No. No, this was a Fuego taking a considerably large amount of damage.
Oh.
Oh no.
Don't worry, there are mechanics in place. Okay, Voltaire,
What damage did Fuego take?
38.
38 damage.
Fucking hell.
Oh, you keep your jacket for me, thank you.
Yeah, I'm ticking it off as we go. Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
Ooh.
Yeah, hit.
is he still prone?
I think he's had an attack since.
I'm just double checking, that's all.
It has, because he tried to attack and he missed.
Yeah.
That's
So no,
fine.
he's not prone. No. So
That's
yeah, but he
fine.
still hits though. So take damage.
Fucking hell.
Yep.
Extra
And then
attack.
extra attack.
That's better.
Yep, that hits.
More damage. Oh. That 2 every time.
2 and 2 and 2. He's constantly rolling 2s. He can roll higher, it just doesn't happen often.
Just want to.
But he is going, all right, I surrender, because he is looking quite badly off now. So he is now attempting to surrender. So on his turn, he will presumably drop to his knees and lower his weapon, presuming he doesn't die in the meantime.
I will accept his surrender if it comes to it.
Cool.
Not worth a barbarian.
Next person is going to attack Henrik. Somebody measure how far away Henrik is from the guy up on the cliff for me, so I know what spell I can use.
35.
Damn it! Just out of range. That's fine. He'll throw another ray of frost then. 16. That'll hit Henrik, right? Yeah. That
Yep.
hits Henrik.
Yep.
Yeah. So that is 13, but you do halve it because rage for you does affect everything except psychic.
Yep.
So 6.5, rounded up 7, and your speed is reduced by 10 feet. So you've taken 7 points of damage, and you can only move 20 feet on your next turn, not 30.
I can actually move 30.
Have you got? Are you at
speed's
40 now? You gone up to 40 now?
Yep.
Yeah. No worries. I've taken off the 7 from your token, so I'll keep.
Oh,
track
thank
on
you.
that.
That's what I was trying to do. It came
No,
up
it's
saying
fine. I
400
can amend it on the thing. It's fine.
Cool.
That's no problem. Yeah, so that's done. Next is the dude that Voltaire's just almost basically killed, who is going to, like I said, drop to his knees and drop his weapon on the ground, and sort of raise his hands, going, "Please, please don't kill me. I've got a family."
Lies.
I
You
thought
don't know
about
whether
that. When he started this fish,
I'm just doing what I was paid to do. And we'll move on to their dead now. So it would be Aldeon to take a turn next.
I think at this bit of time, I'm just gonna.
You can hold it and make him go on your turn if you want. If that's easier than making him have a separate turn every go.
No. I would. I'm gonna send him towards the cave to have a peek. What's there? So if he gets to the doorway, he can have a look inside. It's still.
What sort of vision does a bat have? Is it?
It has a 120.
Not a bat, sorry, an owl.
120 feet of dark vision.
Okay. He can see a dimly lit cave.
Yeah, I haven't looked through his eyes yet, so I can't see what he sees.
Oh right, okay, yeah, that's fine. He's just gonna sit there and have a look and sort of wait. That's fine.
Yeah.
Riv, what Riv do?
Rivdu is going to move over here using her wonderful boots, climb on top of the cage
Okay.
and shoot Ray of Sickness at this dude.
Yeah, that's fine. So 13 to hit does hit. DC 14 save. Okay. Is it half damage on a success or is it no damage on a success?
Oh, it's been a while. Let me just double check. On a hit, on a failed.
On a failed save, also poisoned. So on a hit, the target takes 2d8 poison damage and must make a saving throw. On a failed save, it is then poisoned. So it still takes the damage regardless. So the 7 points of damage sticks. And then the save passes, so he's not poisoned. But he does take the 7 points of damage. That's fine.
Cool.
Because all poison does is put them at disadvantage, I think, on their next turn.
And to finish my movement, I'm going to climb back down the cage out of his line of sight.
Well, he could maybe be disadvantaged through the bars if he chose
Yeah.
to fire at you.
But it's not going to be. I'm not going to be in a good target.
You'd have, I would say, 3/4 cover behind the bars and the two dudes in the cage.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd be like +5 to your AC for him to hit you. So it'd give you a 19 on attacks from that dude.
Sweet.
Henry.
Henry's going to turn around and see the werebear, and he's just going to be like, right, that seems occupied. So he's going to throw his javelin at the dark elf. What is his name?
It's a drow, yeah. So it's.
Yes.
I believe range on a javelin is 30 feet, so you'll be at disadvantage because he's over 30 feet away.
Yeah, actually move 10 feet and then do it.
Move 10 feet first and then throw your javelin.
Yes.
These are the things you've got to think of, you see.
I know, but I'm not just going to throw any javelin. I'm going to throw my lightning javelin.
Okay, don't get a 1 or you'll lose it.
Yep.
Oh.
Just want to double check something actually. Hold on.
Is it what the Javelin of Lightning actually does? Because you can't remember.
Nope. A little, yeah. It's been a while. But no, because I know I need to say the command phrase, and the command phrase is have it.
Have it.
And it's a 17 plus 7 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And then it's a D6, and then was it a D8 for the
It'll be
lightning?
D6 plus strength, so D6 plus 4 plus 2 because you're raged.
So that's, yep.
Javelin.
So that is 6 plus 6, that's 12.
So 12 from your initial javelin. Javelin is a magic weapon. You hurl it. Each creature in the line, excluding you and the target, must make a DC saving throw. Into a javelin when it reaches the target. On a hit, the target takes the damage from the javelin plus 4d6 lightning damage. So you need to roll 4d6.
Okay, so that's a 6 again. 5, 2, double 1, and a 5.
So 30 points of damage total. He is not looking good, but he does currently have your Javelin of Lightning stuck in him, so best hope he doesn't run away.
Motherfucker.
Do one with your Javelin. It's like, we'll say bye-bye to your magic Javelin. Oh, I could, but let's see if anybody kills him before he gets the Javelin. He's
Can I
going to try
use...
FYI.
Wait. I've still got the... Can I use the rest of... Can I use the rest of my movement to climb up the thing and then get to him?
No, he would be too far away. You've moved 10 feet, 20 feet left. It's 15 feet to get there, and then he's 15 feet up, so you'd need at least 30 feet to get to him. But you can use extra attack and throw another javelin at him and see if he dies.
I will 100% do that. Because I'm not letting him fucking take my javelin, motherfucker. That's 18 plus 7.
I'm sure it was. No, I'm joking.
My rolls have been fucking great tonight, by the way. It was a 1.
A 1 plus 6 is 7.
Oh, yeah.
He's still alive.
Fuck.
I'll be fully honest. He's got 1 HP left.
Ah.
I'm not even lying. He had 38. You did 30 on your first attack and 7 on your second. So he's got 1 HP.
Yeah, there's no way he should be able to move.
I mean, he will, because he can. Who says he can't just teleport away, shade away? You never know. Let's find out what happens on his turn if he's still alive. Hailman's up next.
So the guy in the middle surrendered, hasn't he?
He has currently surrendered. Yes.
So I see Fuego fighting the guy. So Hailman will throw his firebolt at the drow as well.
Yep.
So that's an 11.
That will miss.
No.
But he will step a bit closer to Henrik, and so try and back him up a bit.
Oh. Anything else, or is that it?
No, that's it. I'll keep Aldeon towards the top of the cave now, so he's out of the way.
Okay.
And then that's it.
No worries.
Thank you.
Next up is Bear Fuego. Sorry to have bogarted your character.
No, this is what we agreed. This is perfectly fine with me.
Yeah. So he's going to use his multi-attack and make 2 claw attacks against the drow that's attacking him. That's 2 hits for 22 points of slashing damage.
Oh god.
There we go. He's now looking unwell. Not the worst he's ever looked, but pretty unwell. It's his turn next, so he's going to obviously attack back.
NPC fighter.
He also
Welcome to the first round of NPC fighter.
That's a miss and a hit. For another 23. There we go.
You said another 23.
Another 23, yeah.
Wow. That's powerful.
Yeah, he
That
is.
wee guy is.
It's because he does additional poison damage with all of his attacks.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Did you do full damage on me?
The poison, yes. The piercing, no.
Oh, shit.
Because it's only weapon damage which is halved against you. Like
Yeah.
bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing from non-silvered weapons is halved.
Yeah.
I
But
forgot to do
damage
something
is
on my
halved.
tongue. Damn it.
Too late now.
I know. It's a D&D story.
All right, okay. Baltair is up next.
Oh, what did Baltair want to do? Well, he's obviously accepting this guy's surrender, and I'm going to strip him of all his weapons.
I thought you were just going to strip
No,
him.
he
Yep.
put his weapon down. His weapon is on the ground at your feet.
That's fine. I'm going to frog march him to the cage.
We've come
Okay.
a long way since improvised position.
You can get him about halfway to the cage.
That's fine.
So yeah, he'll move with you to there. He doesn't fall over in the grease, we'll say.
He was on his knees. He was crawling already.
Yeah, it was fine. He was already mostly prone. Anything else Baltair wants to do, or just start taking this guy to lock him up?
Just start to take that
Cool.
guy to lock him up. And I'll make
He
that
will willingly walk with you. Skip, and then this one is going to
No.
start trying to get away. And at the same time, I think he can still reach. Yep, throw a ray of frost back at you. He could have stayed there and used one of his stronger spells, but he's got 1 HP. He's going to try and get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
I moved closer in case he wanted to use one of his.
Will a 15 hit
It does.
Henrik? I think it will. Yes, it
15
will.
will, yes.
So that's 6 halved 3. 3 points of damage, and you can only move 30 feet on your next go.
Cool. Do
him.
you want me to do it? I've done it.
All right, cool. Next, he surrendered. He's dead. Is Aldeon doing anything actively?
No, he's just here guarding sort of the.
Do you want him to fly into the cave and have a look around?
Not at the minute, because unless I use an action to see through his eyes, I'll still have no idea what's in there. So he's just on guard there. I was going to ask him to
Waiting by the cave mouth. That's fine.
if he sees anything coming out of the cave, he's going to like just squeak at us and
Start cheeping and flying around and stuff. Yeah, that's fine. Riv,
Right, I have a plan.
is it a very cunning plan?
I hope so. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So, oh no, I need to move, not move my...
Oh, Angela, can you roll a d20 for me and tell me what you get?
Yep, can do.
Oh.
So I'm moving to here on
Do that.
my movement. I'm gonna dash on and climb up the rocks,
Okay.
and then I'm going to. It's within 90 feet. On Fuego, I'm gonna cast Sleep.
Okay. Just do acrobatics for climbing the rocks and make sure you don't fall trying to get up there.
Please, I have yes.
Yeah, no, you don't fall getting up there. That's absolutely fine. You can cast sleep and see if it's enough to knock Fuego out. Or full low air Fuego.
So we go. I'm gonna cast that at level 2.
Oh.
So 36. Nope. He does not fall asleep.
Damn it!
See, even it's Fuego an elf.
Well,
Hi.
regular Fuego is yes, so would be immune to magical sleep. But that's not the reason why it failed.
That's what I was going to ask. Does it matter, even though that Fuego is a werebear just now? Would that make a difference now?
However, given that sleep has an area of effect,
Oh,
yes.
given that he has currently less HP than Fuego, which is why it did not affect Fuego. So yeah, that guy is asleep. So I'm just going to put a little yellow marker next to him with a little sleepy face.
Soon
So
to
he's
be
now.
eaten.
Oh yeah, he's going to be attacked at great advantage by Bear Fuego, and Bear Fuego's next turn.
And Riv has
Probably.
climbed up the rocks just to make sure she's not in Fuego's way.
Yeah. I'm going to. The horses would be up next, and they have all managed to break the shitty ropes that were holding them in place. So the horses are going to start escaping.
Bolting.
Yeah, they're going to bolt this way. They have quite a substantially large amount of movement, so they're doing one. Yeah, they're off at least into somewhere that's relatively safe. They may linger outside, you don't know. For now, they've just gone sort of towards the exit. Was that everything for Riv's turn? Yeah.
Oh, actually, I just realised I made a mistake. I cast it at level 2. I don't have a level 2 spell, so it should only been at level 1.
It's fine. We will leave it as is.
I had the sleep. I had it open, and I thought it was further down than it was.
I mean, you should have had full spell slots. Have you used all your level 2 spell slots?
I haven't got level 2 spell slots. It's got because I've got my.
Oh, do you not have any? Oh, right, okay.
No, it's because my invisibility is in a level 2, and yeah.
But how many level 2 spell slots do you have? Just
It's
the one
0.
that you used for invisibility?
Because it's a feat.
Oh, right, okay. So you don't have any at all. That's fine. Yeah, got you.
But
no
because I've got
problem.
level 2
Absolutely.
there,
It's because invisibility is there. You thought you had it, but that's something you get from a thing. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely fine. Got you completely. But if that was everything for Riv, then it would be Henrik up next.
Henrik is going to see that his friend doesn't need more than the javelin, and I'm sure he'll find.
You're actually gonna let him run off with your javelin?
Henrik is noticing his friend is more in need, so
Ogden's going to shout at you. Get him!
how far can I throw the axe?
What the fuck's
Well, to swing it 15 feet, I would say if you actually want to throw it, you could throw it within 30 feet without
I'm not in
disadvantage.
range.
Past 30 feet, then with disadvantage. So, I mean, to be within 30 feet of him, he is, what, 50 feet away? So you'd have to move 20 feet towards him, and then you can throw it up at him if you want.
Mm,
But you still have a regular javelin left.
yeah,
So just throw a javelin at him. He's got
yeah.
1 HP.
I
You're
know,
gonna
but
throw your magic axe. What if that misses and he runs off with that as well?
Right,
So you lost
hold
both
on,
your
hold
magic.
on,
So you
hold
fucked
on.
off with the cleaver and the magic javelin.
right. 13 plus 7, 20.
Right. So yes, you will hit, and I don't need you to roll damage. He is definitely dead.
Okay, I
So I'm
will
going to say
retrieve.
he dies and falls down the cliff face behind the cage with the axe still embedded in him. The javelin still embedded in him.
Graham, you are so kind to us.
You are. And then I will collect that after. I'm going to move towards Fuego if possible.
You moved about 10 feet to get there, so we'll say you can get to about there in the direction of Fuego. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. And then I'm gonna like try and make as much noise as possible so Fuego is looking at me. And then I'm gonna say to everyone else, I'm gonna be like, get back, get everyone to safety. Hey, over here, over here.
Okay. Hailman.
I'm gonna walk across to the cage.
Mhm.
I'd be like, "Quick, get out the cage. We're gonna." And well, I'm guessing Baltair's going to go lock him up, so we don't want to put the bad guy in with the good
No,
guys.
no, you can help them out of the cage if you want to help them out of the cage. They're quite injured, so it's like we'll say that you've helped them out of the cage to free up the cage for Baltair to put the baddie in it.
And then with my actual action, can I look through Aldeon's eyes and send him into the cave to get a bit of a scout on?
You can, yeah. Let me just show you what you see.
Oh, we should try and tempt Fuego into the cage.
Do it.
That is what you
Yeah,
see.
I'm
Cool.
after it.
I'll leave your vision on there for now, and because I assume that lasts until your next turn when you come off of
Yeah.
Aldeon's eyes. Okay. Yeah, none of the rest of you can see it. I've only put Scott on that map, so he now knows what's coming next. Nobody else does.
But obviously, as that happens, though, my eyes go white and
Yeah,
I
you
go rigidly
walk out
still.
and fall down on the ground.
But yeah, that'll be Hailman's turn.
Cool. Next up is Bear Fuego, who is going to try and maul the dude that's asleep on the floor next to him. Because that is what he would do in this instance. Where is it? Character sheet, there it is. Scratch. And scratch, because it's advantage, because he's asleep. So definitely 2 hits there. So we've got that one and that one. That is 1. Boop. 1 dead dude. Looking around, can't really see anybody. Going to start rushing off this way. And he's dead. So it's Baltair then.
Well, I'm just going to continue frog marching this guy into the cage.
Okay. So
Ignore that first one.
And basically just, I'll talk to him and go, this is for your safety more than anything else. You try and escape, you'll fucking die.
Okay, I'm just gonna go and have a lie down because I'm like breaking the fourth wall a bit. He's only got like less than 10 HP left, so he's just gonna curl up and sort of pass out. So he is now in the cage and for all intents and purposes, unconscious / asleep.
Okay, so I'm going to use the rest of my movement, which will towards the cage, which I can get all the way in. Oh no, I can't.
There was some movement to get to the cage, so you'd be able to get maybe about halfway. So I'd say around about there.
Yeah, that's fine.
They're gonna do nothing. He's gonna do nothing. He's dead. He's surrendered. He's dead. So it would be Aldeon who you're currently looking through his eyes.
Yeah, so I think that's all he will do is just in the cave.
Keep staring. Riv then would be next.
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion somewhere over here. I can only cast a 5-foot visual component, so I'm going to try and conjure the image of some tasty-looking animal to try and tempt Fuego to kind of over this area away from everybody over here.
Should have
Okay.
been a picnic basket.
I
Yeah,
love that everybody's trying to find a way to just distract him instead of just outright killing him.
yeah, 'cause, it's a cantrip as well, so...
Cool. Yep, that's fine.
Do you want me to cast
and-
Deception to see if he goes for it, or is it just... That's what I've
No,
conjured?
that's fine. You've conjured it. I will roll something to see whether it affects him or not on his turn. Is Henrik doing anything at the moment?
Actually, for my movement,
Yeah.
I'm going to move and dash to try and get away from Fuego.
Out of range.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
even up on those rocks, not sure about that. 15, 20.
I'm actually going to be that guy. I need to shoot off because I'm up for work at 5.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. That's absolutely fine. Anyone that wants or needs to go can go. Anyone that doesn't, I'm only going to carry on up to a certain point. But whoever's willing to stay on until we get done, obviously I'll appreciate it. Anybody else that misses that, we can always catch you up on it via message tomorrow. You won't miss anything important story-wise.
Cool. All I will say is, though, I want to try and get Fuego. I want Henrik to move closer to Fuego so he doesn't attack anyone else but him.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I will play it in that way for you.
Magic. Thank you, guys.
Night,
No
Callum.
worries.
Wait.
Hey, Callum.
Just before I continue, though, Graham.
Yep.
Henrik is not trying to kill Fuego, just in case you use the axe on him.
I may or may not. We will see.
Okay.
This
Right.
is the price you pay for leaving for work. No, I'm joking. I know any damage that may or may not be done would obviously be non-lethal damage. That's cool.
Right. Good night, guys.
Cool.
Thank you all for a great
Later.
session. Thank you, guys.
Take care.
Does anybody else want to go at the moment with it getting closer to midnight?
I will stay on for recording purposes and
Yay.
in for a penny, in for a pound.
It's fair enough. It's like it's already late.
I'm
What's a
gonna
little
get
bit later?
I'm going to get in trouble anyway, so...
Well, you might as well milk it.
It's better to beg forgiveness than ask for permission.
Do an all-nighter and then you don't have to disturb it. Just spend all day sleeping
See,
tomorrow.
I don't work on Fridays, but he
There
does,
you go. You
so
can just sleep all day tomorrow. Who
maybe
needs
it's
bed?
him.
No rest for the wicked.
True.
So Henrik, he wants him to move a bit closer. I'll move him to say there. That's fine. Hailman's turn would be next.
So he will drop the
Yep.
looking through Aldeon's senses. And he's just going to maybe shout out and say, what are we doing about Fuego? How do we stop him?
I have no idea. I've tried to cast sleep, but he's just too powerful. I don't think even if I try again, I don't think it will work. Do we just have to knock him unconscious?
Fuego can like hear what you were saying, and he just kind of growls back at you, as in like, trying to communicate, but nobody knows what he's saying.
I mean, I have communicated with small animals, but he's not a small animal.
Definitely not a small animal.
I try squirrel anyway.
Hailman will get a little bit closer, but not as close as Henrik, and he's just going to use his action just to talk at Fuego and just be like, Fuego, calm down. You need to keep your mind about you. You're not this animal. You're more than this.
There's a
You'll
princess
just
in there.
at the moment just get a growl back.
Growl,
Yeah.
Upon hearing Riv say there's a princess in there, you do see him look towards the cave entrance, though.
She might be beautiful.
One bare eyebrow raising.
It
Yeah,
might be delicious.
Just an eyebrow?
Lipstick.
lipstick just starts to appear.
Retcon, I don't like that.
Yeah, you did it. Sure. Assuming that is it would be Fuego up next, and given that everyone is diverting his attention towards the cave mouth, he is going to dash into the cave.
Oh.
Well, you've just told him go in there. There's a princess. He's gone in there. There's a princess.
Why am I getting Donkey Kong vibes?
I mean, that's what's happened. So we're sort of in initiative light now because there is no active combat at the moment.
So I guess we've got to go and see what's going on.
Do we have to?
Potentially.
Yeah.
So is everybody wanting to move up into the cave mouth?
No,
Yeah.
Voltaire's going to go back to his horse and go fuck this shit.
Okay, Voltaire's
Yeah,
left. That's fine. I will remove Voltaire from the tokens, and
No, I'm joking.
Voltaire's gone.
He's going to follow Rev.
As we're heading into the cave, Hailman will just be like, be careful when we get in there. It looks like there's a massive hole in this cave. There used to be a bridge, but it seems to have been destroyed. Just watch your step when we get in here.
Oh. Okie dokie. Oh, I don't like this music.
Just cave music.
Cave of music.
So yeah, you enter the cave area, and in front of you, you see Fuego sort of stood staring over the edge of the what looks to be like just the edge of like a chasm or a face of some description. You can see obviously the distance across the way. I haven't remembered to amend it, but this is actually not quite as short of a distance as it looks across. Across, it's actually more like 200 feet over the way. I just haven't had a chance to do that bit. This is only a short distance to the edge, but this bridge would have originally been about 200 feet across. So yeah, there we go.
So is Fuego right on the edge of the hole?
Fuego is right at the edge of the hole, yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, no.
What you gonna do?
I'm going to move very slowly towards Fuego. Just
Hands out.
Do stealth for me.
You're not going to push her in, are you? Catch me in.
Come in. This is Sparta! Kick him off the cliff. What you gonna try? What you gonna do?
I'm just going to try and talk. Just to be like,
Okay.
just Fuego, are you in there?
We will have. Can you roll a wisdom save, please, Angela? I'll let you roll it.
Oh, me? Oh, I thought you meant me, sorry.
No, Angela.
Ugh.
My rolls are so bad yet so good.
You just get back out of him. He's turned around now because you spoke. So he is staring at you. He looks wary and hesitant because there's 5 of you, because Yeah, no, 4 of you, sorry, and 1 of him.
But he's not
So he's
attacking
a little
or
bit
looking
there.
aggressive in any way.
Not directly. He's got his back to a cliff, and there's 4 of you and 1 of him. So he's
On the time on the ship, I'm sure Haleman would have known or asked what Fuego's favourite food is. So whatever that is, Haleman's gonna pull out some food out of his backpack, sort of thing, and out of one of his pouches, but use prestidigitation to make it smell like his favourite food, just to see if that can kind of bring him back his senses back to his senses, sort of thing.
I'll have another wisdom save from you, please, Angela.
Yeah.
Just step in slightly closer.
I can't help it.
And Voltaire, seeing those 2 fail, it's going to go up to about.
Hang on. Need to see what happens first with my fail.
Oh,
Yeah, no, just an even deeper growl, and a look of sort of disgust passes his face as he smells whatever it is that Haleman's trying to pass off as food.
Well, right, I'm going to walk up to there, and in one hand I've got my hemp rope, and in one hand I've got holding my silvered longsword loosely, going, Fuego, there's 2 ways we can do it, mate. So the rope, we put you back out there in the cage till I turn, or we put you down. Your choice.
Can I have another wisdom save?
Fucking hell, what is going on with it?
Followed by a perception.
My perception's different, but okay, we'll go for it anyway.
Okay, you can see that he's got a weapon in his. You've noticed the weapon, not the rope, so you.
Yeah, the
determine
weapon's in a non-threatening pose.
Not to a werebear. It's a sharp, shiny silver sword. It's a threat. Okay. So another big, deep growl, and he's sort of rearing up a little bit now, like he might be about ready to attack.
No.
Henrik said he would get closer in front of everybody and trying to stave off, and I assume he would say something along the lines of "Calm down, we don't want to attack you," or something along those lines. So we'd follow that with another wisdom save.
Please be on that natural 20. Oh, yeah.
Ironically, the saves every time I've asked for one have gotten lower and lower and lower in what you needed, but you just kept rolling shit. Finally, with a 16, you do see sort of confusion as Fuego sort of kind of gets a hold of himself a little bit. Can you follow that with a dex save for me? You know, you'd think that was good. But it's not. Because just as you see Fuego sort of starting to regain his, and you sort of see the fur and the bestial features sort of starting to recede as he transforms more into the hybrid form that you're aware of, and he starts to sort of utter words of like, you know, guys, it's me. He loses his footing on the slick surface of the rock and topples backward into the hole.
Can I send Dalion to try and follow him? It's a long hole, guys.
What?
I just really wanted to do that. Hang on, I just need to roll something. Actually, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to roll. No, that's fine. I'm not going to roll it. I'm not going to roll it out loud.
Ooh.
Okay, there you go. What do now? Fuego's falling in a big fuck off hole. What
I
you
would,
gonna do?
I would like to peer over the edge. Well,
Yeah, gonna go.
not peer over the edge, but peer over the edge and see what I can see, or hear anything that I can hear, or just in any way, shape, or form. Tell what's down there.
Can you tell what's down there? Well, you will have heard that splash a lot louder than everybody else. Because you've got super hearing, obviously. Everybody else heard a very faint splash. So you've probably ascertained that there's water down there. You can look over. What's your vision range for dark vision? Because you're in a cave and it looks quite dark.
Yes, I
60 feet. Yep. You can see 60 feet down, but you can't see a bottom.
Is there any way to go down safely?
Not that you can see. From what you can see around you, you've got a stretch of rock this way that ends in like a curve, and a stretch of rock the other way that ends in a curve, and sort of doubles back around itself. The only way that looked as though it was passable originally was this bridge, which is broken, and you can roughly determine that it's approximately 200 feet across to the other side.
Can
I'm going to relay it.
as soon as Fuego fell down, though, I would send Alde on to follow and kind of use his senses.
How far
I
away
hate to
from
do
you?
this, but I am going to have to go now. So
Yeah, no,
it's a bit of a
Yeah.
cliffhanger, but
It's a cliffhanger for you, yeah,
Yes,
and for
okay.
everybody else. If everybody else wants to do a little bit more, we can, or we can just pause here. It's entirely up to everybody else.
I mean, that's fine. You can bring me up to date next time.
We'll see what Aldeon sees, and then we'll call it quits so that they can all make up a plan together. Kind of
Yeah,
thing.
well, tell you what we'll do. We'll officially pause it here then. So this will be the official end point of the session. And then, we can all have a little bit of a mini chat after and maybe reveal a bit more. But canonically, this is where we've ended the session. Fuego's fallen into a big hole and gone sploosh, and the rest of you are sort of stood at the top of a chasm trying to think of a way to get across.
Okay. Well, thank you very much as always, guys. This has been so
No
much
worries.
fun. Graham, great session. Great session.
Thank you very much.
Needed it.
Take care.
Cheers,
Yeah.
Nighty night.
Nighty night.
Catch you later.
Bye.
Good night.